All right, friends, back for a little bit of Farming Simulator. We're going to go ahead and get in a little bit early. Let me bring in Natural and Cat. Natural Cat, what's going on?
Hello?
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 Hello? I think it's time to be doing some farming here. Let's see here. Do we have something that is going to harvest this? We have a header for the hay, or we have the, or not hay, but the cotton?
No, that requires a whole new setup.
Well,
We gotta
go
lease
get it.
it.
You gotta lease it.
Yep, we gotta
Man,
lease it.
They're very expensive.
Yeah.
I hate freaking shit, man.
I know, but
I
we don't quite have
only
enough
believe
money.
in owning stuff. All right, I guess I'll go to the store and lease some stuff. Let's see. Since I haven't done sugarcane, can nobody harvest that sugarcane, please?
Yep, I've done some of it, but there's still a heap there for you to do.
Yeah, I saw it. Keep your hands off my freaking thing.
Oh, by the way,
No.
we are not gonna put peas or beans in one of the big fields again.
Why?
It took me 8 hours to harvest it.
Well, I don't. You know, the point is not for you to harvest these crops that I have never done before. The point is for me to harvest the crops I have never done before.
I know, but I was on, and
so now we gotta plan it again so that I get to harvest it. I don't even know.
It has been 2 weeks.
I don't know why that makes sense. Go find another field to torment.
Well, it would have withered. So
Turn off withering. So you know. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I don't think you can turn off the withering.
Yes, well,
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
But yeah, because the harvester.
So explain to me here while you're choking. So we need to lease this for. The lease cost is gonna be 24,000. What is this per hour? Per work hour.
Yeah, that's how much it costs. Yeah.
Okay. Can somebody finish the sentence without another person interrupting? So what is it? Oh God, who's logging in late?
Me. I know it's gonna take a while.
Well, that's why you're supposed to do it early. So when I turn on the stream, I'm not seeing this synchronizing with late players screen.
Well, you're early. It's not even midday yet.
So, so every single hour we work, it's $10,000. Is that how I'm reading this?
Yeah.
Why is that more beneficial than just buying the thing for 105,000 or however much it costs, 460 something thousand? Aren't we going to spend 460 something thousand using this machine?
No.
Well, probably. Well, no, not that much, but
That's
if you want to buy it,
in-game. It's not an in-game hour. It's an actual hour's worth of use.
Okay, well I got per day use. So base cost, it's going to cost us 24 grand to lease this thing. So my question is 24 grand to lease it until we turn it back in, or 24 grand to lease it and then we're going to get charged per hour usage on this thing.
Or after the first hour.
This is just for the first hour. So we're paying $24,000 to lease it for the first hour. We're going to pay an additional $10,000 per hour. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You're not going to be using it for more than an hour.
I've got 2 massive size fields of
Yeah.
cotton. Why? I don't know. I don't really know. It should only be 1 massive size field of cotton, but I happen to have 2 massive size fields of cotton. So if you're telling me we're going to break even, this makes no sense to me. It'd be better to buy it and then resell it, right?
Oh, because you'll take a heavy loss. You'll lose over $200,000 on that.
As opposed to losing $102,000 to leasing it?
At most, you'll spend $35,000 leasing it.
To lease it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to lease it.
All right.
I'm going to lease it. If it's over $34,000, you're paying the balance out of your own ass.
Well, wish me luck. I have a
Yeah, I'm going to wish you luck, all right? Because you're going to be like...
interview 2 tomorrow.
You're going to be like, you know, on a freaking street corner.
I got sexy legs.
Oh, I don't know if you have sexy legs or not, but how do you go back 1 vehicle? Tab goes forward. What goes
Shift
back?
tab.
Shift tab. Yeah. Nope, shift tab. Shift tab takes me to my Steam overlay.
Or sorry, control tab. My bad.
Yeah, some people's children.
1 right below it.
Some people's children.
Now you'll have to let me know when you start making blocks of wool because then
I'm
we'll have to
going.
lease
I'm going.
the
It's going to
trailer.
take me 3 hours to get there, which we're going to pay for. You know, but that's okay. It's all right, though. Where's my cotton? We have 3 fields of cotton. Who, in their damn craziness, put down 3 massive fields of cotton?
Person with the wrong spinning toilet.
Okay. Okay. I'll make this recommendation again for when I'm on the farm. Please, no more than 1 type of crop in any given field. So.
But I was planning.
No,
Like
that's
these 2 cotton fields,
no.
they're ready to go now. But the next one's not going to be
I
ready.
don't want to spend
until
6.5 hours doing cotton. That's crazy. That is just absolutely insane. I don't mind doing, like, you know, cotton then something else, but I don't want to be doing cotton for 6.5 hours.
But that to the farmer in the south.
I mean, that should be a reasonable request.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean,
Oh,
the
here it
next
comes.
load of
Here it comes.
the next-
Come on.
the next field of cotton won't be ready in this
Dingo ate
spring.
my baby. Kangaroo
Nothing to
came
worry
in.
about.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
Natural, our automatic trailers will actually pick up the cotton bales too.
Does it have to be reset?
What do you mean? No, it'll pick them up. The only one that's not working is the one that I specifically assigned as a bale trailer. It should be put back to, like, I'll customize it when we've got some money, back to a normal pickup trailer, not specific for bales. That's the only one that's not working. The other ones are working fine.
So the one that's got all the twine and everything, I can knock everything off of that one?
Yep, go for it.
Is that the right one to do?
Yeah, you can use that one. Yeah, that's fine. The bale trailer is around the back of the silos. So, yeah. I just gotta reconfigure it.
And it'll get off the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know if unloading it works, because I haven't tried
Oh,
unloading
shit.
everything yet.
It did, except for 2 things, so Manitou to the rescue. You doing some parkour over there, Midnight, with Cotton Harvester?
I'm not talking to either of you.
What did I do?
You let her plant 3 freaking massive fields of cotton.
All that planting was done.
And she went and plowed up my freaking green beans. Could have plowed up one of these freaking fields of cotton, don't you think?
You
No,
do
I'm
realize
wrong, guys.
you do realize that the harvester for the peas, it only holds 3,000 liters.
Oh,
Yeah,
cry me a
learning
river.
that.
If we were online, it wouldn't have been so bad. But no.
I'm learning that in my own farm because I just bought a field with them in it. And then you got to have a special trailer that's not too big because the
Yeah,
spout
'cause it's
doesn't go that
low.
high.
Yep.
Cats crap all over this dang place.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, here we go, people. 7.5 hours of cotton harvesting. I hope you enjoy, everybody.
Well, I mean, at least you're not lying, you know, when you made your pretty picture for the thing you said. Harvesting cotton.
Yeah, harvesting. I didn't realize there was going to be a shit ton of cotton.
Well, they come now, they come later. Cotton.
That's all right. You can, just do one, and then you can switch to the sunflowers if you want, or the sugar cane.
How do you
Or the
turn
poplar.
on cruise control? What's the thing to turn on cruise control?
3.
3?
H and then 3. Yeah.
I'm here to pick up some bales.
It's gonna be a while before
Yep.
bales come out.
There's a wait.
No.
Start waiting, bud.
I'll just go do some sunflowers.
Do half the field.
No, I'm kidding. I won't do the sunflowers.
You know, we still have a bunch of those twigs that we need to get.
Poplars.
Yeah, I'm anti-poplar,
Oops, jumped out of my vehicle.
Alright.
and she knows
I
this.
I don't mind doing the poplars. It brings in a fair bit of money. So
It does. No disputing that. It brings in a crap ton of money.
Yeah, there is no disputing that at all.
It's about the same amount of time it would take to do peas, but it's alright, it's alright. Alright.
that's not.
Did you make a
That's
lot of
less
money off the
money.
peas? Sure you did.
No, not really.
Everybody loves peas. Don't be dissing the peas.
It was only about $200,000. It wasn't very much. I was actually surprised. I was expecting more.
What happened to our tree field? Did you ever plant our tree field?
I've planted some of it. I haven't finished planting it
Oh,
because
man.
it's not next year yet. Remember, I'm doing it in stages, so we've always got something ready. And
At
it's
least I-
taking quite some time for them to grow too. They're not fully grown yet.
Yeah, it takes 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the ticket.
At least I
forgot that
figured out how to
it's-
offset this wood chipper baler.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Right mouse click and then drag up and down for left or right.
Oh.
Gee. 10 feet and I'm spitting out a stupid bale. use. Cat B's like, let's make it ultra thick.
Too bad we don't have a baler that has one of those, catchers. It's like it'll allow you to keep working, and it'll just work on dropping the bale, but storing some of the stuff. There was one baler that does that. I don't know what that.
Well,
I don't know
all
what that.
square balers do that.
I don't know what that feature is called.
Yeah. No, I did look for one, but I couldn't find one that would work the poplars.
I think this is the only one that does poplars,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yep.
Be cool if they just made a harvester head mod.
Mm.
3 swipes and done.
Ay, damn it.
These go so fast, I almost need somebody to follow me.
Yeah, those are pretty quick, right? Then you're dropping out like, what, 15 per line or something? It's a lot.
Well, maybe more with the way Cat B made these grow. And the worst part is they only hold 2,000. So, I mean, that's a really small bale. I mean, the smallest round bales are only like 6,000.
Well, as I said, I did try to find a baler that was bigger, but I couldn't find a mod for it anywhere, so...
Yeah, well, you didn't look for that before you planted to realize there wasn't one, did you?
Yeah, well...
Yeah. Alright, well, feel free to come pick up my bales.
I'm actually harvesting at the moment.
Nobody told you to do that.
No, I'm using my initiative.
I'm only doing this because Midnight goes, hey, go get those sticks.
I said, don't do all the sunflowers. You can do sticks. Those are my exact words.
No, and then you said, well, sticks still gotta get done. And I went, crap.
What are you harvesting, Cat?
Wait.
Don't let her lie, she's doing sunflowers.
I know.
I am
Go
not.
tackle her.
I am not. I'm doing the wheat. I've left the sunflowers for Midnight to do.
We'll make
Plus
a
it's got-
vlog of getting on the plane, going to Australia, ringing Cat's door, and then tagging her. Stop doing the sunflowers.
We're gonna have to, rent like 3 of these freaking cotton things.
Really?
No, but
He's bored.
it's like one field would have been plenty. I swear to God.
Well, at least we're gonna have lots for
Yeah. T-shirts. Is that
He's
what
like-
you're saying?
He's like the kid that wants to learn how to mow, and then he does 3 swaths and goes, okay, I
No,
get it.
no. Mowing's fine. I don't have a problem with mowing.
Or vacuuming. I wanna vacuum.
Vacuuming's fine. I don't have a problem with vacuuming.
Yeah, but then if you have to vacuum,
This is
3
doing
fields-
like 3 giant fields of potatoes. That's what this is like.
No.
Yes.
You're doing 10 meters at a time and not 3.5.
6. Thank you. Not 2.5. It's 6.
Potatoes aren't 6; they're 3.5 meters.
Cotton is 6. Okay. So maybe it's double, but I'm still running at 6 miles an hour.
Didn't realize it was 6 miles an hour.
The only difference is I don't have somebody next to me offsetting potatoes as they're coming out.
So you're saying you'd like one of us to get in another harvester?
I'll do this first field, but yeah, we might want to think about renting another one.
Okay.
Guess we better find a way to make some money.
Because you got 3. Well, you're on the money field. That's what, $500,000 after it's done?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, I won't be done for 3 streams.
True.
This thing works 1.5 meters.
It's totally true, dude.
Oh dear.
This is like trying to cut your lawn with a pair of scissors. And you're like, you like my 2 acres? See you next year. Time you finish one side, the other side's already regrown. I did have this retired guy in my last neighborhood, and he had like the perfect lawn. And you could tell that was like his passion since he retired. But after he mowed, he would go back out with hedge clippers and cut some of the grass.
Wow.
You seen those guys that have the $3,000 mower, which is it's almost like a golf mower where it can cut really low, and then it's got the flattener also, so you get those lines, right?
Yeah, the rollers.
The rollers on the back, yeah.
I watch those guys.
Yeah, I've been watching one guy. I don't know what state he's in, but he goes through a whole process of how to make your grass immaculate. The only thing that I can't get away with this whole thing, he uses tenacity, and man, it's a great weed killer. It's like a phenomenal weed killer, but you don't want to read the back of that thing. Here's the amazing thing about those weed killers and all these grass guys, because I wrote one of these grass guys, and I'm like, did you ever read the back of the ingredients of that thing? And it says don't get into groundwater, and you're putting it on your grass, which will eventually get into groundwater. You know, it's just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, but this one guy is a YouTuber. He's in this neighborhood, and he's impressed his neighbors. He's impressed his neighbors so much that they all have come to him and ask him to either teach him how to redo their grass or have him redo the grass. And he goes around and he does, I don't know if he does it for free. They probably pay materials, and he's just happy to do it for YouTube content. But he makes some amazing lawns.
It would kill to have an amazing lawn. I've, especially this year since I don't have tons of extra money, but one house next to me does not care about their yard at all. I mean, they cut it once every 2 months. The other house has been abandoned 90% of the time. And then there's a park. And my whole backyard now is virtually all weeds. And I spend like $200 every year trying to put new seed down, spray for weeds.
Yeah.
This year alone,
I put
the green bottle, I can't remember what that stuff's called, and Roundup on my backyard. And the weeds have like lopped over, but it's a week and a half later and they're still not dead.
Yeah, you can kill it with 35% vinegar, and that's probably cheaper than a bottle of Roundup.
Well, yeah, Roundup's expensive. That's why I didn't want to use it. I think the other stuff's Ortho or something like that. You know, I was like, all right, I'm buying Roundup. That'll do it. Didn't want to, but I'll do it. Nope. Weeds are still smiling.
Well, I learned a trick this week on how to get rid of, like, you ever have, like, urine build up in the bottom of your toilet? and it turned into like calcium, hard, really hard. I figured out how to get rid of that stuff quite easily. So just go buy citric acid and use about 200 grams of citric acid into like maybe a quart of water, and you let it sit there, and it completely dissolves that stuff. I was amazed. I saw that on a YouTube video. Damn YouTube, teach you shit.
There's
Yeah,
one
nothing.
grass guy that I do watch. He does like the really short grass, and he does taller grass, and he just bought like an acreage, so he does all different kinds. I was like, yeah, but I wonder how that's like in my area. And then I realized he's in Iowa. And I'm like, dang it.
Right.
If he's doing it in Iowa, that means I can do it here.
That's the other thing, right? You watch these guys, and like you got to find out what state they're in, because their moisture level, their grass type that they're using is good for their state. I mean, our state is like fescue and Kentucky bluegrass, and it's like a mixture. You have to put in a mixture, or won't survive.
Well, and that's the other problem with living in the Midwest is the winters.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this grass, I've seen people plant. I'm like, do you know what it is? Like, no. It looks great, and then the next year it just doesn't come back, or it takes so long to come back that the weeds have just come in, and then there's nothing they can do. But the one thing I know I need to do is, but it's technically not my house, so I'm not trying to care that much, is I need to get one of those machines in here that makes all the dirt turds.
I built one this year.
You built one?
Yep. So you take you just get like a plywood and create a wheel, and then go buy the tongs, and you attach the tongs at a varying degrees, and then you put it in a way to roll it, and yeah. So I built a double one. Most people I saw had like a single, but I wound up building a double one. And I'm about to go do it, and then probably within the next week, as it starts to get a little bit wetter, so that the tongs will sink in more. But yeah, that costs all of like, I think I spent less than 200, probably like 150, and I'll have it forever.
How much, like, where are you getting the weight from to get those to pop into the ground?
Yeah, Amazon. So I bought two 40 pounds, just regular weights that you would put on a barbell. And, yep, and put, 20 on each side. And that's enough weight to sink them into the ground.
And how long in a 2-rower does it take to do your yard?
I'll tell you after I do it.
Oh, okay.
But
I feel you're going to treat that like you treat that cotton.
It shouldn't be two. What are you talking about? It shouldn't be 2 days. I mean, it's not 5. Usually they're like 5 tongs across. But yeah, I'm not going to do a 5-tong thing. There is one. So I was watching these guys that do pre-built machines. There's one guy that uses. He uses a heavy-duty brake. What do you call what the brakes run up against? It's not the pad. It's the whole. It's like the rotor, right? The whole rotor.
Yeah.
So he takes it's got to be a truck rotor. It has to be a truck rotor because it's a very big and heavy rotor. And so he's taken a rotor. He has drilled holes into it to accept the tongs. And then he puts that on, he puts a handle on it, and he winds up selling it. He sells that for $350, and he'll make you one. And then I saw another guy do a DIY kind of scenario for this, and that's the one I copied. And I don't know, he just did a single. I did a double, and his single works pretty well. I've seen several videos of him using it. And then there's this guy from Australia. And he must be an engineer guy. Because he has figured out how to do a push aerator, 5-tongue push aerator. And it's ingenious, right? But he's like in production for it, so he's got no price for it right now. But I'm assuming, because he built it with metal, I'm assuming that thing is going to be like $600, $700. So I just figured I'd make my own.
Yeah, see, I now I realize how spoiled I was when I lived in Omaha. Because my friends would give me crap about coming all the way to the ghetto. But one of my buddies, he just sold it a year ago, but he owned a lawn company for 15 years.
Sure.
So
those aerators are expensive, man. They're like $3,000.
I know. That's why I'd be like, come make little turds in my yard. And I'd pay him with like 2 24-packs of beer. And then just have to hear about, am I going to get shot for a couple hours?
Yeah, and if you want to rent one of those at Home Depot, it's $80. It's $80.
And you better have you got to have a trailer.
Yeah, you have to have a trailer.
You ain't lifting that into a truck.
Nope. It's $80 for a day. I figure, why the hell do I want to spend $80? And you're supposed to do it twice a year. You're supposed to do it in fall and in spring.
Yep, to get rid of all the compaction.
Yep. And you're supposed to put sand down and all that stuff. I mean...
Yep. Fill the pooper holes with sand.
Yep. That's the thing I don't have is the...
sand spreader?
It's a leveler, yeah. It's not just for sand. It's also for like dirt if you want to level off your grass. And
Those are cool.
I don't have a leveler.
I know.
I don't have a leveler and I don't have a roller. Like, I was gonna buy one. It's like Amazon, $60. It's a big giant round tubey thing, and you fill it with water and then you push it.
You know what else? And I've been taking notes, and I got it written down somewhere. The guy tested 3D thatchers, because that needs to be done every year too.
I have a Sunjoe.
I think he did one. It was like the Ryobi and the Sunjoe, because the Ryobi, it was an Amazon one, and it was like $75 cheaper than the Sunjoe.
Yeah, the Sunjoe is good. I mean, you just got to you have to buy it at the right time. Otherwise, it's gone. It's like gone all summer long. It's almost impossible to buy during the summertime. The Sunjoe totally works, man. You want to talk about dethatching? It completely dethatches your lawn.
Can you tell that we're middle-aged men?
I was very impressed. Well, I didn't realize, I started looking into this grass thing because, who really cares? The other house I have in Chicago, the grass is so small. Who cares if it's ratty looking? Everybody's grass is ratty looking because technically it's the size of a post stamp. So why bother? But then I moved to this house and I've got a pretty decent sized backyard and a relatively decent sized front yard, and am competing with all the neighbors that are like planting flowery shit and, oh, look at my front yard, is so pretty. And I mean, I've got people, you'll walk around the blocks and I've got people that are like in their grass with like on their hands and knees pulling up weeds, and I'm just like, dude, that is too much dedication for me, man. I don't even understand, man.
And you're playing keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Try not to. I'm trying not to. My neighbors were all cool, and then one of them goes and hires, what's the name? Like a green somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Which is supposed to be a natural-ish version to make your grass look gorgeous. And so she did it first year, and her grass was like, okay. You could see it was progressively getting better. Second year, oh, man, thing was immaculate. It was immaculate, a dark, rich green, super thick. I mean, but it took a good 2 years for her to get her grass that way. People coming out once a week to do their treatment or whatever the hell it was.
Mm-hmm. And then you went, oh no, I'm not getting know, she's not gonna make me look like a poo-poo head.
I'm just not going to pay that much money. That's too much money to pay, man. I don't even know what their treatments are, but it's not cheap.
No, but the good news is my dad did that. He used to do that, and he said after the first year, it got a lot cheaper because that first year you're just trying to correct everything.
I know. I got a big
And
problem, though. My wife is like, she doesn't want to use any chemicals at all in our yard because she doesn't want to have the plants or vegetables pick up anything, you know, that's coming out of those treatments, right? And I'm
Make
just
your own
like,
label on it. You know, look, nothing in it. It's just water, honey.
right, right,
It's a bottle of water.
right.
By the way, don't let the dogs on there for 3 hours. No, or tell her to go on vacation for a week and just spray everything.
I know, right? Next time she goes to China, I'm gonna spray the shit out of everything.
Everything looks so nice.
I know. There's no weeds. They all just died. I don't know what happened. We did
They
for the
knew you were
longest of
gone.
time. We had like crabgrass in the backyard, and
It's such hard to get rid of.
I guess it went through its cycle. Like all grass goes through its cycle, right? So it died off. Was it last year or the year before? It all died off last year or the year before. And then I went in there and I overseeded in fall, and I was able to get the grass in enough that there was no room for it to grow back. But yeah, it was amazing. It died by itself. Just like bamboo. Bamboo dies every 10 years. The whole forest will die every 10 years, and then it'll come back. It's grass.
Kind of glad I don't live in an area with snow.
You don't live in an area with snow? I'm glad I don't live in an area with a kangaroo to beat the shit out of your dog, you know?
Yeah.
No, well, the thing is, because we don't do any of this stuff to our grass. It just grows. And it
That's 'cause
stays
you have-
green all year round.
Right. Yeah, except you can't go outside in it. You know, funnel spider would come kill your ass, or, you know, some
no.
fucking rattlesnake, or some dingo would jump out of it and, like, take
Yeah.
your baby, or
No.
whatever, you know?
Look, I will
Where I
gladly
am,
deal with grass if it means I don't have to look down my toilet before I sit on it. You know, when you tell me you
Okay.
have to poke your toilet with a stick before you sit on it to make sure there's not something coming out, that's a no-no zone. That's a no-no
Not
zone.
where, not where I am, guys. We don't have funnel webs this far south. And
How big are
I'm
the
not-
snakes where you live?
I'm not, well, there are snakes around, but I'm not rural enough. Like, I'm in a suburb, so it's, you know,
Scared it all away.
it's not too bad. Yeah, pretty much. There's too much noise for them most of the time
Right.
here.
You got pythons that come down Main Street and the cops gotta stop traffic.
I don't know. I saw the years in Australia when you guys had, like, it was like a plague of rats
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
that would just,
Yeah.
like,
We get that.
I don't know, you know, plague of
No.
locusts and stuff, and you guys have, like, too many
Yep.
plagues going on there.
Yeah, it seems pretty biblical. You know, the Bible's telling you no.
No, we do have a fair bit of stuff, but it's in very selected areas. Like, it's not everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
oh.
not.
So everybody
Yeah.
moves every 4 years. Okay, time to rotate around Australia.
But the thing is, it's like if you're in a tornado area, you know,
Yeah.
you get used to it and you prepare for it. And you don't worry about it. You know, if it happens, it happens, sort of thing.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
like
What's
that.
the manual on a plague of rats?
Yeah. You know what? You know what the rule book is? Now this is not my words, but the joke about if you're living. I live in a place called Tornado Alley, and the
Yep.
joke is, how do you keep your house safe? Well, within a mile or two, you live next to a trailer park. Don't enter your house.
Funny.
Oh dear.
I asked my
Oh,
dad.
no.
My dad's the one that told me that joke because when they built their house, they were 3 miles outside of the city limits, and there really wasn't anything except for a mile and a half away. There was a trailer park. I asked my dad. I asked him, since they're building a super Target and everything over there, I'm like, you think that's going to get bought up and everything? He goes, no, that's staying. I'm like, why? He goes, because all the neighborhoods around us are ultra rich and they don't want to get hit by a tornado.
Oh dear.
I was like, oh.
Oh boy.
It's the cheapest deterrent, I guess.
Yeah, well, I can do without tornadoes. Yeah, I lived in California for years, and people are like, "Are you scared about earthquakes?" Earthquake happens like, a big earthquake happens like once every 50 years. Minor earthquakes are like, have you ever been in a 3-story building and a big ass semi truck goes by? That's what it's like. It's just a little rumble, and then you're fine.
Yep.
Man, I didn't know what was happening the last week, or it didn't register what it was. They are redoing the water main on my side of the street, which means every house has got a 6-foot by 4-foot wide and long 4-foot deep hole and all that. But God, they had an excavator coming down the road, and my whole L-shaped desk was just vibrating. I'm like, what is going on? But it scared the crap.
I'm kind of lucky where I am. The only thing I have to worry about each year is bushfires. That's it. That's
Aboriginals coming out after you.
Nah.
Fire.
Yeah, that's the only thing is, we'll get a bushfire. And anywhere in Australia, every summer there's a bushfire somewhere. So
yeah, well, there's a fire somewhere, everywhere. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah.
But if it's really dry, you guys have some. I feel bad for the koalas. We saw pictures in your last big fire. And the little koalas being all, who fucks up a koala? Leave that koala alone, man. He never did anything to you. His job is just to be drunk all day.
But yeah, nah. Some of our bushfires do get very big and very dangerous because of all the eucalyptus trees. You got the oil coming out of them, and it gets pretty bad.
You need more koala bears.
Which is poison.
Not to koalas.
Yeah, okay, here's the fun fact, though, and this makes me wonder, how did it ever start? They eat the eucalyptus, but the eucalyptus is poison. Now, their bodies can't originally handle it, but mommy drops a deuce, forces it down the kid's throat, and then they get the enzymes or whatever to be able to handle it. And I'm like,
Oh, that's genius. So all you got to do to be able to eat eucalyptus leaves is be willing to eat a koala turd.
Apparently.
Nice.
For them, it's like, if it's poison, eat something else.
No. They get high all day. Isn't that the life? You're just sitting around chewing on eucalyptus and being all happy.
Until mating season. And then they become a pain in the ass. Oh, they're so freaking noisy.
Okay.
All night.
All right. Well, I'm sure somebody put a freaking microphone in your bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Is it annoying, or are you just jealous?
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Just leave it alone. Let them do their own thing. Be happy. Go cheer them on. Take out a 6er of beer and some popcorn and be like, yeah, get it on, you koala boys.
But when they keep you awake, that's when it becomes a pain in the ass because it's that loud,
Yeah. Go live around howler monkeys and then tell me how much a pain in the ass it is.
Oh no! Here, do one better.
Par.
American only. Every 7 years, what do we get?
Oh, it's not just
hell.
It's not just 7 years here, dude. It's what we had the mixture of the 21 year and the 7 year. All in one this year in Chicago. That was cicadas is what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, we have them too.
Yeah, but cicadas, though, everybody says, oh, cicadas are only 7. You hear them every year, but you don't get like a big horde until, you can eat a cicada. Just fry it up.
Yep, I know.
Be all chomp, chomp, chomp.
Done that.
You know, they
Done
told me
liquid
to do
grub
that
too.
in Korea where I had a fried starfish. And you know what? No. Did it once and went, this is why, my ancestors found beef. They moved away from the goofy crap
You know,
and said, how much better.
I didn't realize that. I know locusts were related to crickets, but locusts are crickets. Locusts are
Yeah.
crickets that can't find enough food or something like that, so they go feral, and they turn into locusts. And I thought it was kind of interesting. But people they just fry those things up, man. They catch them and fry them up, and it's a good protein, and
yeah,
it's
sure.
free.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody would eat the big locust attacks, there would be no more locusts. Just fight back. They're eating your food. You eat them.
Exactly.
How about, we get a big broom, push them all together, get a 50-pound thing of tannerite, and watch the fireworks.
Crickets are good. I've had crickets. Crickets are tasty.
They're okay. They're just so weirdly crunchy.
They just taste like that. If you burn kind of a piece of an egg, that's what they taste like.
Yeah. And see, that doesn't sound good. Because you know what I do with the burnt end of an egg? I use a fork and cut it off.
I know. I like that. I like that flavor. That flavor's pretty good. And we're not talking black burnt. It's just like the brown, crispy kind of stuff. I don't ever let my eggs go like that anyways. I'm a light sunny side up.
There you go.
Slightly runny. Slightly yummy.
Fried into bacon fat from the bacon you made just before.
And then it gets really heavy. I was watching this, and I haven't tried it yet, but the Japanese are big fans of when they have their steak, that they take a raw egg and they whisk it up, and then they dip their steak into it.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And I'm like, you know what? That would probably be good. I mean, yolks would be good on it. Yolk would be good on a steak. I don't know about whites, but yolk would be good on a steak.
In Korea was the first time I had a fried egg on a cheeseburger.
Nice.
That was life changing. Miss Jin's Burgers right outside of Osan Air Base.
Well, Korea's just taken American food to the next level.
Well, yeah, they mastered barbecue after we taught them.
Yep. Fried chicken, barbecue, I mean, all of it. Even burgers. I watched Jolly, and they spent a lot of time in Korea, and they took a bunch of these British school kids to Korea, and they were taking them around and trying the food, and these kids were just like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is better than any of the food we've ever eaten in the UK.
Well, it's because they sell spices. They don't use them.
That's right. That's the joke in the UK. You conquer all these countries that have spices, and you don't bother using them yourself. you just sell it.
Yeah, I mean, why did Spain and Europe and everything want to get to India? Spices and dyes. Mm-hmm. They just didn't bring them home.
My friend's daughter went to South Korea last December. And she really enjoyed some of the food there too. And she's a very picky eater, because her hubby's South Korean. And that, so yeah, they went over there to see his family. And she was complaining about how cheap the food was.
Complaining?
Of course, here it's because here it's so expensive. And she was like, over there it's like, for $5 you can get a massive plate of food, sort of thing. And the same thing over here would have cost, $30-$40.
Yeah. That's when I was, and this is going back like, I guess 20 years. But I started working at this one software company, and there was a guy that just came back from Cambodia. And I'm like, how the hell did you go to Cambodia? He's like, oh, it's really hard to get into Cambodia, but you have to, bribe a bunch of people at the border and stuff like that. But you'll get in. Once you get in, then there's this resort that you can go to. And he goes, we were eating steak and lobster and stuff like that for $4. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. He's like, no way, man.
Yeah. It's really cheap over there.
Yeah.
And, because half the spices and things over there, we can't get them here. And so he's sort of he's missing his food from over there because, as he said, everything here has been Aussified, and so it's not the same.
Yeah, what does Aussified
only
mean?
thing-
Dropped in oil?
Well, like anything that you guys have Chinese restaurants and stuff.
Yep.
But it's been Americanized, so
Yep.
it's not the original Chinese. It's
Yep,
made
sure.
for Western culture.
Yep.
Yeah, so Aussified. Yeah. Or Americanized or whatever. Yeah, that's what I mean by that, yeah. So, so it's not the same for him because it's not the original.
Well, the same thing happens if you go vice versa, right? So in
that's right.
China, we went to a KFC, and there's stuff on that menu that you can't order in the U.S. And it's
right.
totally different, right? So,
Yeah, that's right.
but I had the best chicken sandwich there. It was an actually really
Yeah.
good KFC chicken sandwich, but that's just because of
Yeah.
whatever their local regulations were. So,
Yeah, exactly. But because he was telling us some of the stuff that the Korean KFC has, and I'm like, why the heck aren't they doing that here? Because people would eat it more than their usual fare.
right.
Well, in Seoul at the train station, there's a Pizza Hut, and you have real nice silverware and real plates, and they wear white gloves, and we're like, this is not where's the red plastic cup?
Yeah.
It's freaking
Yeah, exactly.
Demolition Man, right? The Demolition Man, where all
Yeah,
restaurants
Taco
are
Bell.
all restaurants are now Taco Bell. Yes, and you get all dressed up to go to a Taco Bell.
Yes. Now, the one thing I will tell you, and people say they love it, but I can't stand it from Korea, and that was the one thing I hated in the wintertime, was kimchi. I don't like kimchi, and the worst part is because they eat so much of it,
Oh,
they sweat it.
it's cabbage,
Yeah.
dude. It's
I
like
know,
any
it is.
cabbage, right? So what? Cabbage is the amazing vegetable on the planet. It's almost as amazing as a potato. It could last all winter long in your root cellar. You just have to peel off a couple of layers and you're set. It can be turned into various things. It can be pickled. It could be, mulched up and eaten. It can be, fermented. It can be all kinds of. Oh, it's sour cream. It's cabbage or sauerkraut. Cabbage. So I mean, it's
Like coleslaw, okay? That's
coleslaw.
about it.
Same cabbage. Yeah.
I know that's the only way I like coleslaw. But look, I'm half Irish, okay? So I got the potato side, not the cabbage side. And
Yeah.
Kat, what do I push to unload this?
Unload what?
The trailer park button.
These bales.
Pardon?
Why? It's usually why, right?
It's not on this special one.
What are you
These
trying to
bales.
unload?
How do I unload these bales?
You just undo the straps while you're over the sail point.
It didn't take them.
No, you've got to go the other sail point behind it. Not the one with the grate. It's just got the lines. Yeah, the one with the grate is for food. The one behind it is for everything else.
Crap.
Yeah. That's alright. Just restack them and it'll be alright.
It wasn't taking them. No, it is.
Yo, what are you doing, Magoo?
What's wrong?
Selling bale.
Oopsies. It's not down.
84 years from now, I'll be done with this field. Nothing like doing one field for 3.5 hours.
I just made 100 bales, and it doesn't even look like I did anything. Okay.
It
so
did.
I
You
really
went from
wanna be sure.
$80,000 to $136,000
Yes.
on whatever it
But
is
the
you
field,
just sold. That's a half a
Chocolate.
million.
twigs.
That's a $500,000 field right there.
I just sold twigs.
I know this because
Mhm.
Kat told me. $400 and something thousand
Yep.
dollars. I think she put it in our
Yep.
little chat. Hey,
Probably.
I just sold all the poplar off for $400 and something thousand in your face. Oh, she didn't say in your face, but that's what that was implied.
I only spent a week doing it.
That was implied. The in your face was implied, sir.
Yeah. Now, excuse me, I have to go poke what's coming out of my toilet with a stick.
Yep.
Get back down there. I have this stick figure picture. It's got a house and a stick figure, and it goes, "Why do I live where the air hurts my face?" And then it's got like a 15-foot snake up crawling up the front door, and it goes, "Oh, that's why." And I'm like, "Yep, I'll deal with the cold over that."
Nah.
My
So
truck has heated seats.
So I just watched this YouTube video of this guy. It was like the 20 most poisonous spiders on the planet. And he goes through all 20, and he's handling every single one of them. Except for the funnel web spider. He did not handle the funnel web spider. He said mainly because they're angry. And they will bite you just because they're pissed off. But he's sitting there with a brown recluse on his hand. He's sitting there with like one of the most poisonous spiders on the planet. And he's letting it crawl over his hand. I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. He's like, there is no anti-venom for this spider. And he's letting it crawl over his hand. And he's sitting there telling you, oh, what happens is necropathy happens. So essentially, your whole body just rots away. And he's having a spider crawl over his hand. I'm like, you're an idiot. You're going to get what you deserve, dude. It's going to happen to you, man.
Hang on. Brown recluse. Yeah, I don't think we got that here.
Yep, that's the Chicago spider, is the brown recluse.
Yeah,
Lovely.
they're fun.
Why is there no antivenin for it?
Why is there what?
No antivenin. Like,
Anti-venin.
Yeah.
Venom? Anti-venom?
yeah.
To me,
Venin, okay.
here,
I think for brown recluse there is. Recluse
Oh,
there
you
is.
said, he said, you said.
No.
he
There
said
was
that-
some that were the ones he was handling. The one out of the 20, there's no anti-venom for it, and mainly because it kills you too fast. Doesn't matter if there is an anti-venom. You don't make it that far.
Right. Okay.
you only got like some of them are 20 minutes, and most of the time unless you're a genius like that, one, you can't identify what it is.
Mm.
Two, do you know where it is stored to go get it?
Yeah. I suppose. See, we're kind of privileged here that for all of our snakes and all of our spiders, we have antivenin for every single one of them. So, and hospitals stock it. It's standard throughout Australia.
Well, sure,
So, you
because
know.
they can come up your toilet.
But
And
yeah,
the word
so
is
you know.
venom. Say it with me, Kat. Venom.
Yeah, well, it's called antivenin here. That's what it is.
Anti-venin.
That sounds like, the stuff that you put on wood, veneer. Anti-veneer.
But yeah,
So my
you know,
snake
all our
my
hospitals-
snake injected some venin into me. Help me. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right.
That's just what it's
Aluminium.
technically called.
Venom. Venom.
You got too much of that
Venom.
British still in you. You're adding extra syllables so you can.
Venom.
It sounds more
But-
posh.
What do you got? What do you do with
sounds
that the Venom movie? Do you call it Venin? You know the Marvel
No,
Venom
it's called
movie?
Venom.
It's called Venom. You don't call it Venin?
Yeah. No.
Slim Shady had to come out and go, Venom, Venom. Venom.
Oh dear.
Oh, that'd be hilarious if you had to make a new one just for down there. Venomy.
Oh my
Venom.
goodness. But we are lucky in that aspect that, every single one of our hospitals holds it. So, for whatever's
Well-
local to the area. Yeah.
We do that too. We have road crews that know how to pick up dead deer and possum and everything else. Why? Because that's in our area.
Oh my goodness.
Unless it's a fresh kill. Then you take that thing home.
Yeah. Backstrack and jerky, man.
Yep.
What was it? I've eaten squirrel, and I remember we were watching Duck Dynasty, and the dad, Phil, was like his favorite part of squirrel was the brains. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've eaten that.
Squirrel. I haven't bothered with. I mean, I do want to kill our squirrels around our house, but I haven't bothered with it because it's not enough. I mean, there's not enough meat on it. Not enough meat on it to bother. Don't you like? Don't you like just cut a little cut on his right above his tail or something, and hold his back feet down and yank the tail, and it pulls the whole skin off. I've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, they're not even as big as a rat is. They're actually
same thing with like a frog.
They're smaller than a rat. I know, but you know what? The frog legs that you got in the restaurants or something, they're like farmed. They got fat legs.
Yeah.
I don't like frog. I don't like frog. I mean, it's okay. I've eaten it many times, but I'm not a fan. It's got kind of this gamey flavor to it that I'm not really partial to.
My cousins get mad because when they go pheasant hunting, they almost go every week because for them it's only an hour drive to our family farm to go do that. But it's way up in South Dakota, and they always want me to come, and I'm like, I'm only going once a year. And they're like, why? I'm like, because one, the pheasant, you can only eat the breast. It's the only meat that you can eat on it. And
is it because there's not enough meat, or is it not tasty, or what?
It's just not palatable, and there's not much of it besides the breast.
It's kind of
like the breasts aren't even that big.
It's kind of like a grouse, right? I've only ever seen people eat the breast of a grouse.
And then you get in major trouble if you kill the female ones normally. And sometimes when you're in the spirit of it pops up and it's flying straight away from you, it's hard to tell if it's a pretty male or just a female gray. Just when it pops up 15 feet, 20 feet in front of you and flying straight away from you. There's just not much of a profile. Where deer literally have giant things on their head letting you know, hey, I'm a male. And it's okay. Pheasant's not even that tasty. I enjoy going out with my cousins and, shooting and all that too, but...
Have you guys eaten a goose?
Yeah.
Goose is
good. I haven't eaten a goose. I think I'm going to do a goose this year for Thanksgiving. I haven't eaten a goose. They're flying around right now. I almost thought about pulling out my pellet gun when they fly over my house to shoot one of them.
Mm-mm.
By the way, if you want to get rid of your squirrels, we had a tree that had one branch that went close to our house. So my dad wanted to get rid of them because they kept trying to eat their way into our attic. He put 2 giant mouse traps back to back with peanut butter, with a couple pieces of corn. We were getting like 3 of them a day.
Yeah, I got lucky. For the last couple of years, I've really been battling the squirrels in my garden. And then last year, my neighbor has a big ass tree in his backyard. Why? I don't know, because it's idiotic. Why you put a tree so damn close to your house? So anyways, in his tree was a ton of squirrel nests. And when they trimmed his tree, they knocked all the squirrel nests out of it. So no squirrels this year. Just the ones that would come from, like, down the street that would follow the power lines. But
yeah.
And 2 have committed suicide on the power lines this year. So
cool.
Joy for that.
But my dad had a nemesis squirrel though, and they are smarter. Are the black squirrels? They would never go for his traps. Only the brown ones would. And I would go outside when he was in the tree with my pellet gun. And that thing knew exactly where I was and would spin in the tree when I shifted. So when I rotated, like barely making even a noise, he would rotate with me, like step for step. And I'm like,
Yeah,
are
for
you
sure.
kidding me?
Yeah, he knew you're the predator, dude. So I have this BB gun. Not enough to kill them, enough to like give them a spanking, right? And I was doing that for the last couple years. I would see them close in the garden, and I would get the pellet or the BB gun, and I would shoot them in the butt. And they were hilarious. They'd always jump like 5 feet in the air and then get out as fast as they can. But anyways, as soon as they saw me coming, they would do the alarm, the alarm that they do, which is they screech like at the top of their lungs. They went, "Da, da, 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 da." And so every time they'd see me, they would set up the signal, get out, he's out. The crazy man is out again. That didn't deter him. That didn't deter him at all. I mean, I'd shoot the same one over and over again. He'd still be eating my stupid garden.
Yeah, just a flesh wound.
Yeah, well, I had a peach tree years ago, but we put it close to the fence, and the first year that I was going to see a huge harvest, I mean, it must have been like last year's harvest, or this year's harvest, which was just an amazing amount of peaches that were growing on the tree. Not one of them survived the squirrels. The squirrels ate them while they were green, and even though I covered them up with like netting, that there wasn't one peach that survived. So cut that peach tree down, grew another peach tree in my backyard where I have 2 cats, and the squirrels will not go beyond the fence. They'll be on the fence, but they won't go into the yard because they know the cats will get them. So, hence the second problem, having like 500 peaches at the end of the year off of one tree.
Peaches for you, peaches for me.
Jeff got a lot of
like
peaches. He got a lot of peaches this year.
When we get a house, I'm going to plant 2 plum trees. Red plum.
Plum is good. I did a white, well, maybe it's a yellow nectarine. I did a nectarine this year.
Ooh, nectarine is my favorite.
And I only got maybe 20 this year. It's the first year that it grew.
Yeah.
But man, they were so good. It was, by the time I pulled them off the tree, you were drinking your nectarine. You were not eating it. You were actively taking a bite and then sucking all the juice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would dribble down your face, you know?
Yep. Yeah, my mum had a nectarine tree, and it never did well until one year, all of a sudden, it exploded. There were so many on it, and they were so good. Oh, but it took about 3 years, I think it was.
3 years to do it, sure.
Get to that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Slow growers. But once it did, oh, it was so good. So
It
good.
was so sad. I think I was a teenager by this time. But my grandma and grandpa LaValle, my grandma made everything from scratch. Plum jam, applesauce, everything was made from scratch. She made half my clothes. It was awesome. But they had these 2 apple trees in the backyard, and they were like, you really didn't eat them as they were. They were pretty darn tart, tart, and they're smaller green ones, so I don't remember what they were. But sadly, they had died. But my God, the applesauce you could make with those was just second to none. I mean, she made applesauce after that, and it was good. But you could just, tell in your mind, you're like, that's not the backyard trees applesauce. And it sucks because those trees just died out of nowhere.
Well, I have to say, being an avid gardener, all vegetables taste different than what you buy in the store. They're not, the stuff you're getting in the store is not ripe to begin with.
No.
It's picked when it's unripened, and so it doesn't have the flavor or the taste, or it's just totally different.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's
Yeah,
one thing
I've
I do
got.
love about living in the Midwest, though, is you get a lot of, farmers that
Yeah, farmers
park at
markets.
gas stations.
Yep.
Well, they
Yep.
park at gas stations, and,
Yep.
oh, so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got our garden going this year. The weeds are kind of taking over at the moment. But
Get in
yeah.
there, woman.
Yeah, instead of
Oh
planting
no.
cotton, stop planting cotton.
I know. I just tore up our for the last 2 days. I've been outside winterizing, getting ready for winter, and been turning over the soil. I tomorrow I need to put in some milky spores to get rid of the Japanese beetles that are starting to grow in my yard. Took me 2 years to get rid of the squash beetles, and that was just 2 years of June, July, checking every single leaf and getting rid of the eggs because they only last a year. And but man, I had so much squash this year because there was no squash beetles. But then I got Japanese beetles big time this year. So I got to put down milky spores, which is it is a mushroom. So the mycelium grows in the soil and feeds off of the grubs before they become beetles. Yep. And then it produces more spores after it eats a grub. So and it's perfectly safe. So Sneeve, what's up, buddy? How's the farming? Well, I'm on cotton forever. I've been on cotton for 1 hour and 12 minutes now, and it's only one solitary field. And why we planted so much cotton, I don't know.
You can go to the spinnery.
And all these fields are probably only going to produce like 8 bales. You know, it's not going to produce a lot. Yeah, you're selling these to the manufacturing, right? You're not selling it to just to sell the bale, right?
No. We've got a spinnery.
Oh, we have a spinnery.
So that'll turn it into cloth.
Yep.
And then we take the cloth to the tailor.
Yeah, and making a ton of money that way, right?
Yeah. So we've already got the sheep. So they're doing the wool at the spinnery as well. So it's making cloth constantly.
It looks tedious and chill at the same time. Yeah. Well, that's Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator is not a first-person shooter. It's a watch your tractor go at 6 miles an hour kind of game.
And listen to Midnight complain.
I don't complain. I'm just saying it's a little too much cotton. It's a little too much. I don't mind doing cotton, one field of it. I don't know about 3. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm turning this over. I'm going to do some sunflowers, and somebody can start tackling another one of these fields.
You shouldn't have said. See, the problem is you made your little thing saying, "We're doing cotton."
Because I knew that we had cotton to do.
Cat said.
A little disappointed that my green beans aren't here, though. You know.
Yeah, well. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing the green beans and that, but I'd have to get the mod that expands the thing.
I want to get the mod that expands the header to half the map.
You'd be bored doing a farming game? You know what? I thought that initially also. I thought like American Truck Simulator, European Truck Simulator, the farming game, they're like, nah, why would I ever want to do that? And then I started playing them, and I'm like, damn, this is addictive as all hell.
I know, right?
It's like
I was the same. Yeah.
They got a second one that just came out, that Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Power Wash Simulator 1. Okay, that's a little too much simulator for me. I couldn't get into it.
But farming is just relaxing. It's peaceful. When I need to shut my brain off and just unwind. I mean, not doing sticks all day, but other crops. this feels like a punishment. It's like, what did I do to you in a past life, cat?
The only problem with that poplar field is it's so dense that you can only go like, you know, a very short distance before it's completely filled.
Yeah.
If it was spread out a little bit more, then it wouldn't be, you know, as bad. Maybe
You mean
it's
like
not,
how it's supposed to?
maybe it's not like $500,000 field. Maybe it's just a $100,000 field or something, or a $200,000 field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all right. I mean,
I like the fact that
There's
you don't have to replant it, though. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
great crop to put down.
well, you only get 2. It only
Oh,
does
and
2.
then you have to replant.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
you get more than that.
Do you? I thought it was
Yeah.
only 2.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, you get more than that. But, you know, they had the normal lines that normal people do, which doesn't make it this dense. But then Kat went, hold my beer, and figured out she could do 4 instead of 1.
Well, hey, it makes us a decent amount of money.
You're
Makes
more
us
of
a
not
decent
real
amount.
life space games like No Man's Sky and Astroneer, a few others like Planet Crafter, Subnautica, and the Steam World Heist games. What's the Steam World Heist game? I was watching, and I've been trying not to watch anything about it because of it's going to be released in PC here soon. But I was watching a little bit of Dead Stranding 2,
Yep.
which has been out for, you know, it's like the licenses. PlayStation has it for 1 year exclusively, and then it gets released to other platforms after that. So,
Yep.
I was liking it so much that I reinstalled Death Stranding and decided to, like, maybe I'll start playing it again. I got I don't know if I got it for free. I think I got it for free. But I have the director's cut, which adds more stuff into it. So I kind of want to give that a go. I want to give it a go before Death Stranding 2 comes out, because while I kind of remember the story, I don't remember the story.
Yep.
Now, see, I can't get into that game. You're a carrier.
Yeah, but it's progressive, right? So you start hoofing it on your foot, and then you get a motorcycle, and then you get a land-based vehicle. And Alum, thanks for subscribing with the Prime. Appreciate that. 7 months. 7-month streak. But, you know, the story was super engaging, and then it's kind of like yes, it is a carrier game, but it's more like a stealth first-person shooter kind of game towards the end. And especially when you have those huge events that happen, and you're fighting these giant whales or these giant weird lion things or whatever, and then it's like all first-person shooter type content. It is a pretty fascinating game. The whole thing's fascinating. The whole concept of the thing is fascinating.
I actually watched the playthroughs of the second one.
Natural. Thanks for
And it does look good.
thanks for the Prime. 13 months. Currently on a 10-month streak. Woo! Way to go, man. Kicked your butt, Alum. Not just saying, you know, I appreciate it, but, you know, you got dissed right there, man.
Yeah, can't get shown up.
It's actually the Steam World series, but the 2 heist games take place in space. The second one's not really, but kinda. The heist games are turn-based 2D shooters, team-bot navies. What are they called? What do you consider a heist game? A heist game is like you're a robber or something like that? 25 months total sub? Really? I thought it said, hold on, I gotta look now. Maybe totally dissed on Natural.
Don't be taking my
Oh,
candy
you did. Oh, you had a 7-month streak, but you're 25 months total. Oh yeah, Natural's a loser.
Oh, but my streak's longer.
But your streak's longer. Yeah, but his streak's longer. You're right. Right. He didn't go for, you know, he didn't skip any months. Look at that. He only skipped a couple months.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah, so there, right. It's called a draw. All right. Mathematically, it's not, but okay.
God, I've almost got an entire another trailer load of bales. Mind you, each one of these things holds like 80 bales.
Mm-hmm.
Both stories are like pirates. Through pirate and pirates. Nice.
You poop out another cotton log yet?
Yep. A long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a long time between pooping with this thing. But I did poop one.
Got it.
I really don't like this rear wheel drive thing. It sucks, man. Very hard to control.
It's not middle mouse button, it's right click mouse button to offset the baler.
Okay, I'm telling you, man. Take that to the right place or your head's going to get chewed off. Got to take it to our what? What are we taking it to?
Spinnery.
Spinnery.
Yeah. That's over there.
Why does it sound like a dance class? Oh, I'm going to go to this spinnery.
It's medieval or, you know, current Australia. There's a YouTuber. All he talks about and he's Australian, and all he talks about in each episode is like, they're, I don't know, shorts. It's about one of the crazy creatures that's only in Australia that'll kill you. And he doesn't seem to be running out of content anytime soon.
Which one is he talking about?
Every episode's a different creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he'll get lots of content.
Well, it's like Texas, right? You go to Texas and they say everything bites in Texas. There's not one insect that doesn't want to chew on you, or animal wants to chew on you, or beef prices are getting so damn expensive. I'm looking at just buying a half a cow and having it butchered.
The only thing that I don't like about that is if it breaks down and you do a lot of ground beef, then it's really not worth it. Because this guy did a test and he ordered half a cow from like 3 different places. And he found in the weight that he was being charged, each one, 200 pounds was just bone per cow. 200 pounds that he was paying for was just the bones of the cow.
Did he get the bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
he got it non-slaughtered.
Well, you turn around, you take the bones, and you split the bones in half and eat the marrow, or turn it into stocks for stews or stuff like that. You don't throw them away, man. Do I play No Man's Sky? I played and finished No Man's Sky a long time ago. I went back and played the last, what the hell they call those things? Campaign or something like that? Expedition? I played the last one, the Corvette one. But then, I haven't played an Expedition in a long time.
That's where you can build the bigger ship, right?
Yeah. I spent my time doing No Man's Sky already. I invested a crap ton of hours. I did it on stream from beginning to end. and just really haven't looked back to go back and play it again. I know that they've done, you know, a massive amount of updates. They made a lot of changes to the flora and fauna. They added all kinds of different stuff that you can do, but it's nothing has really drawn me back into it. I am, however, waiting for their new game, which is the medieval version, and it's only on a single planet, an Earth-sized planet, and it's supposed to have like thousands and thousands of miles on the map. So I'm looking forward to that.
Is there a trailer for that?
Yeah, it's called. Well, just look up Hello Games, and you should be able to find a trailer pretty easy for that.
Because as a guy that's never been interested in No Man's Sky, I will give that studio props for continuously working to fix better and upgrade their game.
Yeah. They redeemed the hell out of themselves. Of course, you know, they took a lot of punishment for misleading everybody. But I have to say they did do a great job in doing that. Yeah, but 18 quintillion planets is still shattering. You ever play Elite Dangerous? Elite Dangerous is an actual representation of the Milky Way galaxy. Newtonian physics.
I played Galaga.
Galaga? What the hell? Isn't Galaga a little space shooter thing? We're shooting like centipedes or something? It's like a centipede shooter?
No, that's Centipede. Galaga, you don't shoot those.
Galaga is like some... Isn't it like... It's something. You got a spaceship on the bottom, and you got things coming in, and it's... Right? Yeah, I know exactly what it is. I played it.
Galaga is one of the greatest games ever made.
Greatest games ever made. Listen to the man. Listen to the man.
So is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
You own it, but you don't know what the heck you're doing. It has a massive learning curve. It's kind of interesting. But once you get into it, though, wow, this is pretty deep.
Oh, you know what you should play, Midnight?
Go ahead, tell me, because I need a new thing. We're wrapping up.
Yeah, I know.
We're wrapping up Dune.
Star Citizen.
No, I have Star Citizen. They haven't finished the damn thing. It's still not finished.
It's not going to be finished for 30 years.
I know, and I bought it 15 years ago.
But
I gave like $100 and something 15 years ago, and I still have the ship that I bought 15 years ago, and I check in on it every once in a while. I make sure my account's still good, hasn't been hacked or anything, and yeah, they're never gonna be done with the game.
No, but it is a beautiful game.
No, I don't dispute that. Anyways, Elite Dangerous I mean, they've added so much stuff into Elite Dangerous. It's pretty impressive. If you can get into it, it's pretty impressive. If you want to be a bounty hunter, you can be a bounty hunter. You want to be a miner, you can be a miner. You want to take trade goods back and forth to planets, you could do that. If you want to ferry passengers back and forth to planets, you can do that. If you just want to go explore the galaxy and not do anything, you could do that. Exploring the galaxy, you get experience and money. So, I mean, they did a really great job with how they set that whole gameplay stuff up. But you're right. Steep learning curve, and but it's pretty massive.
I think that's the game just in time wanted me to get.
Elite Dangerous? Yeah, I never played multiplayer in that. You're supposed to be able to do, you know, group missions and stuff, and I know they spent a lot of time in getting that going. And
it's supposed to have amazing graphics too, right?
Well, yes, it does have amazing graphics, but it's like one of those games. It's like it's never maxed out all the time. It's maxed out when you're coming into a planet. It's maxed out when you're coming into a space station and stuff like that. But most of the time, you're flying through space, right? So all you're seeing is stars. So for them to invest in the models of ships and the battles and stuff like that, yeah, it's not very taxing on your computer.
Well, didn't you say you wanted to try a different type of game?
I think I need to go away from survival games. I think I'm kind of done with the whole survival concept. I think I'd really like to get into RPGs or some sort of action shooter or something like that, and kind of move away from survival stuff. I've been doing survival stuff for like the last 10 years, and I think it's time for a genre change. I'm tired of chopping down trees and gathering fiber and, you know, all of that crap. I'd rather just focus on like character development and, you know, tweaking out your character and making it really cool. And, you know, DBA and I got into the last Epoch, and I like that. I like the game. It's like a Diablo style kind of game. Very well done. Very heavy, intense action. The problem, and this is going to sound really weird, but the problem with it is they give you too much loot. I mean, you wind up spending half an hour at the end of a mission or end of going through a dungeon just organizing your inventory, because you're trying to figure out, oh, okay, what's a good upgrade for me, and they've got it to the point where they know they give so much loot, they let you have a filter builder where you can build this massive filter that filters through the loot so you can only see the stuff that you actually would ever use.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you still got Division 2.
I almost called you the other day and was like, you want to play?
Yes.
Almost went in. Almost. I was waiting for them. I was waiting for them to reduce the price of their DLCs, because their DLCs. I think I actually bought one. Let me check. I think I actually bought a DLC the other day.
They do have one that just came out.
When it was on sale. I think I bought
New York.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Nope, I didn't. I was thinking about it. It's hard for me to justify spending $30 on a DLC. That's too much for a DLC. It's a lot of money.
Still one. It's a heck of a game, though. I do love me some Division 2.
What do I have in my... Oh, I bought the... Yeah, I bought Warlords expansion. The New York Warlords expansion. And then they have what? Battle for Brooklyn? That's the new DLC?
I think so. I don't have that one yet.
That's $20 right now.
Yeah, well, DBA basically has quit on me.
Oh, Jesus.
What? Did you see a spider from Australia?
Yeah, I got scared. Oh, I got like 4 more passes on this freaking field.
And you're loving every moment of it.
Oh, you know it, baby. You know it, baby.
You're like, give me more, and then you look up and there's 2 more fields, and you're like, yes! Cat's a genius. How'd she know I just love?
What is it? 1 hour and 35 minutes into one field.
Oh, well, then yeah, we're paying that extra 10 grand.
No, because she's got it on 0.5.
It's hours on the machine.
Well, we can
not
turn it down.
hours.
You can turn it down to 0, right? It would stop the hours
Nope.
on the machine.
Nope.
What do you mean, no?
You look down at the bottom,
It says 1.
right below how fast. Yep.
Yeah, it says
That's how
1.4.
many. That's what it goes off of.
It says 1.4 because we've gone for 1 hour and 40 something in the time when we started, right?
It does. It goes off of real time not timing the game. She could fast forward in the game as much as she wants. It's all engine hour on that machine.
Told you should have bought this damn thing. We're not even gonna make any money off of this. We're gonna give it all to the lease.
Well, good thing I'm selling frickin' twigs. There's another 56,000.
You complaining about the poplars again?
No, I'm telling him I'm paying for his lease.
I was watching this guy. He decided to buy a farm, and it's not his main job. He's got a job, so he's like a part-time farmer. And he was breaking down his profit loss for the first year. And
Negative.
And he made out of all the money he put out, and man, there was a lot of money on taxes for that farmland. He made $4,000 total profit off of an entire year's worth of work. Because of the price of the seeds, the price of the fertilizer, the price of equipment, the price of gas, the price on taxes, the amount that he had to pay on interest on his loan, and all of that stuff. And so I was like, man, he must have not have done a subsidy or something, because I know that you can get some of that money back via subsidies.
Yeah.
Except for our current president, who doesn't really care for farmers at all.
No. And it's kind of ridiculous because everybody's got to eat. So, you know.
I know,
the
right?
Same things happen.
I know, right? And then,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
and then put tariffs on everything else, so that we have to pay more for everything.
Mhm.
Genius,
But,
genius economic
yeah.
plan.
Yeah, same thing's happening in Australia. A lot of smaller farmers are disappearing because they can't afford to keep doing it. It's no
Well,
longer
the worst part is John Deere
feasible.
and all them are.
Yeah.
I mean, a piece of equipment's now $500,000 or $1 million, and you're like,
Yeah, can't afford it.
I didn't even get the big one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah,
Well, I'm
it's-
sorry, everybody that is building food and stuff for our country. I mean, I think all that shit should be paid for by the government.
Mm.
Our
I'm a
tax
strong advocate for
Our tax
farmer,
dollars should not be
subsidies.
going into weapons of war. Our tax dollars should be going into fucking food management.
Yeah.
And not having to worry about paying $95 for a piece of steak.
I think farmland should almost be like a church and not have to pay taxes on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but they won't do that because then they won't get their money, you know? This is the problem. It's all about money.
Well, but you have to look and say a little is better than none at all. And if you drive away all the
Yeah.
farmers,
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Because
you have
right
to
now,
import all
I-
your food. And you have to import
I
all your
would-
food. It's ridiculous.
I would love to be a farmer. I would, but I don't
Yeah.
have $9 million sitting around
Yeah.
because you got to grow. I mean, to be sustainable, you probably have to have at least about 1,000 acres minimum,
Hmm.
and then you have to have the equipment to do that. And if
Mhm.
you're like, well, buy used and buy small, sure, kind of makes sense. But then you have to think about, okay, all the older equipment, that's going to need a lot more maintenance.
Yep.
It's going to eat a lot more fuel.
Yep.
So that's why they're all trying to go to bigger equipment.
Until you
because
can
it's
buy
less
your Tesla tractor.
Tesla tractor. What do you do if you're 20 miles away and it's nighttime and you're harvesting?
You,
Whack a
you
solar
need-
panel on the
you-
roof?
You need to have multiple tractors. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay,
I looked into their, you know what? I looked into their semi truck, and you'll be blown away by this. Their semi truck, out the door, is only like $150,000. But you go buy a diesel semi truck, brand new, and you're talking anywhere from $250,000 to almost $500,000 for it. So
that is one thing I think he's kind of getting right. But at the same time,
the only thing, this is for any electric vehicle, and this is true across the board. What they should do is they should all get together. It's like OPEC. They should all get together and say, we are going to build a extractable battery pack, and we're all going to build the same exact extractable battery pack. So that way you pull up to a gas station and some mechanical arm comes out, extracts the battery pack, puts in a brand new battery pack, and off you go. And you don't have to worry about sitting there waiting for it to charge. You just swap your battery pack. It's like going to Menards or Home Depot and taking your propane tank and your empty propane tank, and you give it to them, and they give you a full propane tank. It's the same kind of concept. So maybe you pay for whatever, you pay for the charging still, but you don't wait for the charging. You just pay for the charging. And that battery pack can then be recycled. The whole process can be taken care of. I don't understand why they haven't done this. This is like a no-brainer concept. This could be something that can easily be wrapped into the car.
There's a company that did that, but here's the problem. The battery packs are what separates each electric company from each other.
Yeah,
so
that's
they don't
why
want to
they
give away that.
No. That's why they need to unify this thing. It's like gasoline, right? You've got diesel, you've got regular, and we're not talking about 50 flavors of gas. They need to regulate this power supply so that it's something that you can easily pull up to a gas station and swap out. I mean, that's same thing with gasoline, same concept.
Well, but the only problem is that's what they have is their, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Their proprietary stuff. Even like I am so grateful that they finally standardized the charging ports on cell phones, because each one had their own doodad to plug in. But still to this day, they all have their own different batteries that have different wattage, different, how long they last, how big.
Well, that's
they
phone.
are.
We're talking phone. We're not talking car. We should be talking the car should be regulated and it should be standardized. I mean, that's just a no-brainer kind of bullshit. And also, you're talking about a finite resource. Lithium is not infinite. We're going to run out of lithium. It's not like, everybody was worried about, fossil fuels are going to run out. Okay, you're absolutely right. Fossil fuels will run out. But then give it a million years and fossil fuels will be back again. But when you're talking about lithium, unless there's some sort of volcanic activity that makes lithium, or whatever the process that makes lithium, there's a finite amount of lithium in the planet right now. And the problem is you have to dig that shit up. So not only are you destroying the planet while you're at it, it's ultimately going to be an ending resource.
Yeah, cobalt's the worst.
Well, there's a really interesting thing MIT put out. They were using sheets of graphite, carbon, and they were able to take these sheets of carbon and load it into some sort of something that would like burn it or use it, and it would extract the power out of that carbon and then convert it into electricity. And I was like, wow, that's genius. So hopefully that comes to market within the next 10 years, because that is just, you pick up your block of carbon, which we have plenty of, and you put it into your vehicle, and all of a sudden you're running for however many hours you're running for.
That's cool. But the only problem is, and here's the biggest, what I think, biggest downfall for battery operated cars right now is they have about a lifespan of 10 years.
Yeah, right. And then you're replacing the battery pack.
And that's right. 20 grand, 30 grand.
Yep.
And then also
I know.
Getting them to do it.
I know. My wife is really big on her, just bought a Tesla. And she's like, and the reason I think why she bought a Tesla was because she doesn't really like to drive. And the concept of her driving is she sleeps while in the car. So she just wants a car to drive for her. That was her major selling point for buying this car. But it's like, look, any maintenance on this vehicle, any having to replace the battery is going to be out the nose. You're not saving money on this car. You might think you're saving money on charging it up and driving it around, but ultimately when you add in all the other costs, you're not saving money. You're paying more money.
Look at the fight and battle you're in now, trying to figure out how to wire it into the house.
Oh, we figured that out, and we didn't pay the guy. You just need a dedicated line, and we ran a dedicated line into the garage so that I could have another
240.
Yeah, well, we didn't use the 240. We used just regular the 120. So I have a 240 line that runs a heater in the garage, and then I have another 120 line that I had them bring in, and it's on its own breaker. But if I'm not using it, my power tools, then it's not being used, and so we're just using that one to charge the Tesla, and it works just fine. It takes longer.
It's okay,
but it works fine.
You don't have to lie. We all know you went to Lowe's. You bought the biggest gauge extension cords you could.
Right, that's what you needed, right?
Plugged it in the basement where nothing's being used.
Right.
Drilled
Well,
a hole
I told my wife that's exactly what we needed to do. We needed to hire the guy to take the 220 and just put a plug on it, because right now it's wired directly into the heater. But just put a plug on it, and then also have a plug for the heater. And yeah, you're set. You're set because you could use that 220. And the only problem is he came back and he's all like, okay, I don't have a problem to do it, but I will do it for you if you really want me to. But the problem with that is that, you know, it's not shielded correctly. It's not blah, blah, blah. So he scared her out of doing it.
Well, I mean, you gotta be careful when it comes to electricity.
No,
Doesn't every 220 have to be a dedicated line, technically? Like have its own breaker on the box and everything?
It does, but here's the deal with the charging your electric vehicle. Because it's sucking up so much power that they say that you have to have, it's the only line that can be in the conduit. It can only be that single line in the conduit.
Oy.
And so we would have to run a completely separate conduit from the fuse box all the way to the garage, where currently right now that 220 line is mashed in with something else. So yeah, I don't think the first guy that worked on it did what he was supposed to be doing. I think he did kind of an oopsie.
Yes, it sits. Oh, well, you know what? It takes me a minute and a half to fill up at Casey's and then get a slice of pizza while I'm there.
All right, so I did my field. I am now doing the sunflowers, and I left the rent-a truck for somebody to go and start the other field.
Okay. There it is. Got it.
You know, the other problem with a Tesla is you can't put an exhaust system on it.
Yeah, right? The hell?
I got one picked out for my truck. I know it's old school and everything else, but to me nothing beats the sound of a V8 engine. You know, F1's in the talks of getting rid of their electrical stuff and going back to a V12. Just because they're having so many problems with their battery systems in their cars.
Like a 12-volt battery? Is that what you're talking about?
They have a battery built into the cars that they can subsidize the engine with, and it rebuilds up, you know, while they're braking and all that kind of stuff, and they can use it on certain straightaways. And but they're thinking about ditching the whole system and going back to the bigger engines. I do like the DRS that they do, where they can open up their wing in certain areas if they're within another car, because it allows more passing and all that. That's fun. And, you know, F1 used to be solely, all right, what position did you start in? Because that's virtually going to be your ending position. Have you ever been to a NASCAR? Midnight?
Yeah, Indy.
It's on my to-do list. Is that pretty cool?
It's amazing. 100,000 people screaming their heads off for cars that are running around at like, almost 200 miles an hour. And all you hear for weeks is vroom, 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 vroom.
They said the sensation that you feel in your body
when
they pass by, it's just...
Yeah, we had great tickets. The only one I've ever been to was one Indy 500 race. Had great tickets, and then tornadoes were dropping in the area, and they canceled the race.
Oh.
And so here I am. My girlfriend is freaking out. She's a Midwesterner, and she's absolutely freaking out. And I'm just like, what the hell are you worried about? The chances of a tornado hitting us is going to be very rare. And so she runs to go hide in some concrete bunker or something, and I go back out to the car. And here I am in the parking lot with a bunch of other people in the parking lot. And I'm looking up at the sky, and sure enough, not knowing it at the time, I'm like, oh, isn't that interesting that the clouds are all swirling? So I didn't realize that what I was looking at was the very beginning formation of a tornado. And luckily, it wasn't strong enough that it, touched the ground and ripped through all the cars or anything. But I was like, oh, maybe I should have gone and ran into the bathroom and like she did. But no, I decided not to.
Nah, manly. I drank a beer and I watched it for.
Right. I'm like, look. How much money did we spend on the tickets and in parking and everything else? We're not getting that back. Run the freaking race, okay?
I'll run the tornado. Come on.
Right, you guys just... suck it up. You guys drive at 200 miles an hour and you're worried about a little wind? Come on, give me a break.
You've got downforce, right?
Oh, dear.
I bought this beer. It cost me $12.
That's right.
I'm drinking.
You're lucky if it costs you $12. Or like $18 for a freaking beer nowadays.
I know. Oh, I was so mad. Okay, so Memorial Stadium went fully cashless. So everything, beep your card. And you're like, all right, whatever. I'd prefer to pay in cash, but whatever. Come to find out, one of the guys told me, they don't tell you this. Every time you beep that card, it's a 4.5 surcharge that's added as well.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, I'm sorry. There's no fine print on the wrapper of my hot dog here telling me this.
Yeah. So I've been to the big Cub games and the Sox games and all that stuff. And this is years ago, but we went to oh shit, what was the name? I guess it's Louisville, where the Louisville Sluggers are made, the baseball bats are made. And we went to go see the Louisville team, which I think is just called the Bats. Very small stadium, maybe like 20,000. Very intimate ball field, like you're sitting on top of the ball field. Everybody's sitting on top. There's no bad seat in that ball field. And I got up to get a beer, and so I went to concession stands. The guy pours me a beer, a reasonably priced beer. I'm talking like $4 or something like that. And I was very thirsty because it was hot, so I chugged that beer, like at least half of it. And I was like, oh, that's so good. And he's all, let me have your beer. And then he fills it back up for free. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to live here, man. This is awesome. I love you guys. I'm coming to a baseball game every week.
Where's a t-shirt? I'll buy one. I'm now your biggest fan. I will tell you, I recommend it once in your life. Come here and go to the College Bowl Series. It's really cool.
Go see a cow? What?
No, College World Series.
Oh, College World
baseball.
Series. Okay.
Yeah,
College
it's in
baseball.
Omaha.
Oh.
It's so good. And then at the same time, you can go to the Henry Dorley Zoo, which is deemed like it's sometimes the largest, sometimes the second largest zoo in the world.
Yeah, I can't go to zoos, man. Zoos are too fucking depressing.
Why?
What are you talking about? Why? Stick a wild animal into a cage, have it pace itself to death because it's so stressed out for being in a cage, and having little kids go, "Oh, look at the monkey! Look at the..." Like, yeah, I can't do it.
Well, I was going to say I really like the aquarium.
Okay, well, fish are a different thing. Okay.
The penguins are awesome.
Yeah, penguins are all depressed. They're all depressed. They're sitting in their little cage looking up at the fake blue sky that they painted on the wall for them, waiting for the fish to come out of it.
They have a really nice aquarium in Omaha. But one of my favorite is my wife has to like come and get me because I'll stand there for hours. Is they have this giant tube and it's in an area where it's very, very low lighting and almost like black light-esque. And there's a giant tube full of jellyfish. And I remember watching them when they were little, and now they're just huge. And I can sit there all day and just watch them float up and down and bump into each other. It's so cool.
It sounds very relaxing.
It is. Like, I forget how long I've been standing there. They're going and looking at all the other fish, and I'll just stand there and stare at the jellyfish.
Yeah, only jellyfish I like are in a plate. Jellyfish are real tasty. It's good stuff.
Are they?
Yeah. A little crunchy. Very tasty though.
And just, you know,
Ate a lot of jellyfish in China.
All right, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten in China?
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to like any of the crazy places, like where you get like a deer penis or something. You know, I didn't go to any of those.
Nebraska has the Testicle Festival.
Yeah, I haven't had any of those either.
Rocky Mountain oysters? They're
Nope.
not bad.
Never had Rocky Mountain oysters.
I did it.
I'm not against trying it. It's not my first, you know.
It's
Yeah.
not my first choice either, but
I don't know. It might be. You know, you might be a closet, you know, testicle eater. I have no idea. I'm not judging you though. You want to eat your testicles
No,
on the
I'm
side?
not.
You know, do what you gotta do, dude. You want a big old plate of testicles? Go for it.
although I did grow up eating chicken gizzards,
Oh, gizzards are fun.
which is kind of what it reminded me of.
Liver, heart, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, if you
Well,
don't know
used
what you don't know what you're eating, you're fine. The moment you know what you're eating. So there's this series that I have where this British journalist goes to China, and all he's doing is going and looking for stories. He's not looking for anything in particular. He's just looking for a story. And so his first day in Beijing, he's trying all these Beijing street foods. And I'll tell you right now, don't ever eat Beijing street food. Mainly because you don't know where the oil is coming from. And typically it's coming from out of the gutter. So, and that's no exaggeration. So this lady comes by, and clearly she was British educated. And because she's speaking perfect Queen's English. And she's all like, oh, no. You got to come with me. I'll take you to a restaurant. And so she's having them eat like deer penis and, you know, semen shakes and stuff like that. And I think she was like prepping him for sex or something. She's like, oh, this is an aphrodisiac. And he's all like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Get the shark fin to go. Right?
I think she was a lonely lady trying to, trying to prep him up.
Jeez. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, it is amazing how. I mean, I guess you adapt, to what region you live in. But
Yeah,
it's,
sure.
like when I lived in Korea, some of the things they sold at street vendors, I was like, "Do you eat that?"
Yep. Well, that was
You
the
know,
other
and they're
thing
all
too.
happy about
That
it.
was the other thing. It's like, yeah, you had your restaurants and stuff like that, but every morning they would have, and it would just be people. It would just be like a guy went fishing that morning and he came back with like whatever he caught, and he's selling it
Yep.
at the local market, which is just a bunch of other people selling their shit, and so you don't know what this stuff is. It looks really weird, some of this stuff, and it's like, wow.
The chef's special catch of the day. It's what was in the net.
Right.
$5.
Right.
I do want to go to Singapore and eat their street food because it's supposed to be some of the best in the world. I think that would be awesome. But I do love a lot of Asian food.
Singapore food would be too spicy for me. Same with Thai food, I can't eat it.
Well, they make non-spicy food.
Yeah, but it's still really spicy.
No, they make
They-
food without crap in it.
Uh-huh.
Look, I don't eat spice either. I'm a big pansy. But I still found lots of food to eat when I was in Korea and everything. That's where I found my favorite dish of all time, beef bulgogi.
Oh, that is so freaking good.
Oh, it's one of the best
So
things
good.
ever. I was like, why is this not back home in a McDonald's?
We have it about once a week here because we can get the sauce in the jar. So, yeah, and MJ's mum sends him a gift box every now and again. And she puts a few jars in there of that. So yeah, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really good.
I got so mad because we have like 3 Asian markets here in town, and
Yep.
none of them sold plum extract, and that's one of the main
Yep.
ingredients in beef bulgogi. And I looked at him, I said, "What is it? Is it only because it's Korean and you don't do the Korean stuff here, or what's going on?"
Yeah, well, you're unlucky, man, because here, I'm like, one of the big Asian shops is called H Mart, which is it's a Korean store, and it's
Oh.
got everything Korean you can possibly want in there.
That's
We don't
odd.
have, we don't have much Korean up here. It's starting to filter through now, but it's taken years for it to, be recognised that people actually want it.
I'm
Right.
surprised, Midnight, you haven't made. Do you know what soju is?
No.
Oh man, see, this would be right up your alley. So it's a clear liquor, Korean. The fun part is it's unregulated, so it could take 2 shots to put you on your ass, or 2 bottles.
Oh, that would be fun.
And
Oh my
look,
goodness.
Mountain Dew can cover this stuff up, soju. It's great. But the awesome thing is all the shops that you would go to would have these giant glass vases, and they would put whatever they wanted in it. Like I played darts for a bar called the Roxy, and it was the only one that was owned by a female, and she was awesome and so nice to us. But she made every season 2 giant, these vases full of 1 strawberry and 1 raspberries, where she would just fill the jars full of strawberries, and the other one full of raspberries, and every 2 weeks she would change out the fruit. And then when the season was over, we were able to drink them. And oh my God, it's just such a versatile. It takes on whatever you put it in. I figured that would be right up your alley there tonight.
Fermented fruit, isn't that all alcohol fermented something?
Well, no, it's not fermented. It's literally it's like you're getting water and then you're flavoring it however you want for as long as you want. You know, it's like getting build your own alcohol profile. So you buy the soju and then just put in it whatever you want for it to take on that flavor.
I see.
It's so good.
So it's like I'm sticking, you know, peaches and covering up with vodka and getting peach vodka.
No, that's just it. It doesn't have the kick like vodka and stuff. Like I said, Mountain Dew can cover this stuff up.
It's called what?
It's
Go
not.
send me a
That's
text. Let me see if the local store has something similar to it.
Wow.
I have
Well,
started drinking
it
one
may-
Korean drink, which is like it's milky white, and it tastes like I don't know. It just tastes like fermented whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you. It's really an acquired taste, man.
Well, probably. But like I said, that's the great thing about this thing.
All right, I need to pick up.
Just doesn't. It's got nothing.
Oh, you need a...
Yep.
Okay, hang on. Let me turn the corner first.
Got 20,000 liters of seeds, baby. I'm gonna take it.
Hang on.
Hello.
Let me... where's the tractor?
Man, today was the first time I actually put a razor to my neck to make
Okay.
sure I look as nice as possible. Well, I have a video interview tomorrow morning,
Oh.
and I normally just, you know, use a trimmer and call it a day, like, you know, good enough.
Yep.
And I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, feels so weird to have like a Gillette gliding on my neck again.
Uh, oh, good luck with the interview.
Thank you. It's my interview number 2. Could possibly, as they put it, have up to 4. I was like, my lord.
Wow.
Like, I'm
That's
not
a
looking to.
lot.
I know.
Okay, so they sell soju at my H Mart. I'll go get some. I'll
You
try it
should
out.
have fun. You should have fun with that.
Over here, it'll be regulated because all of our alcohol has to have what proof it is and everything on it.
Well, I'm sure it's regulated here too, but in Korea it's not.
Mm.
And that's the fun part about it. You're like, which one did I get tonight?
Yeah. Okay. Back to my cotton.
But yeah, as a guy that even thinks, you know, vodka just tastes like straight up alcohol
Yeah.
swab, but I could drink it, no problem. But that was always the fun part of the beginning of every dart season, is we'd go and we're like, what are you making this year? You know, what are you putting in it this time?
Yeah. Yeah.
One time she's like, I know Italian. You have to wait and see.
Right,
We're like, what?
right. I put my socks in it, GI. Put my dirty underwear in it, and you're gonna like it.
Over there, probably. But she was the sweetest lady. She would send some of the bartenders, if we played at another bar that week, over to buy us like a round of drinks. And then if we had a home game, she would make us dinner. Oh, she could make some amazing fried chicken. My God. I was like, wow, you're kicking the Colonel's butt here. What's your favorite food that you had over in China midnight?
I don't think I really had a favorite. I mean, nothing I was like, I gotta have more of it kind of thing. I mean, I'm a very adventurous eater. I'll eat. I'm of the concept of if I don't like it, I'll try it at least 2 more times. So I'll eat something at least 3 times before I determine whether I like it or not. Even if it tastes like poo. I'll be like, okay, I'll give it a go. Like, I went to this one. There was this one sushi place I went to over and over again in California, and really enjoyed going there. The owner was fantastic. He'd always save me like really good cuts of fish, and so one of these old Japanese guys comes in and he asks for something special, and of course it's funny because most sushi restaurants are run by Koreans here, and so he ordered something from this guy, and I was like, I've never seen it before. And I'm like, that's not on your menu. He said, no, it's not on the menu. And I said, well, what is it? He goes, it's fermented soybean curd with rice. And I was like, oh, I got to try it. I got to try this. He said, you're not going to like it. I said, you're probably right, but I got to at least try it. And it was the saltiest, nastiest stuff I've ever. It's kind of like Vegemite. It was like Vegemite. Yeah. It really was.
Vegemite's good.
No, you know what? I had to say the same thing.
God.
I say the same thing. I bought a bottle of Vegemite. A small one. And
You still have it.
I still have it, yes. And I tried it on a piece of bread. The first one I was like, okay, this is very malty flavored and malty fermented flavor. And I was like, okay. So then I tried it again. I was like, this is actually really good. Vegemite is actually good. You just have
toe.
You have to get over it tastes like the inside of somebody's toe, right? Toe jam. You call it toe jam. Toe jam in a jar.
Yeah. Yeah. Best way to have it is toast up your white bread, normal butter on it, and then Vegemite.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, but this also comes from the people that say, sprinkles on bread is a normal and okay thing to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, bread.
Berry bread, yeah, berry bread.
Yeah, it's called berry bread.
You know what you do? You get a piece of cake.
Nah, we do it on bread. We usually do it for kids' parties.
Yeah, you're making me want to break out my bottle of Vegemite and get the piece of toast.
Yeah, because you still got the same bottle 10 years later.
It doesn't go bad ever.
Yeah.
This thing will last. It'll last forever. This stuff will last forever.
Yeah. Well,
how can something that never went good have an expiration date?
The thing is, like a number of years ago, they actually changed the recipe, so it's not as salty as what it used to be. There used to be a lot more salt in it.
I'm surprised somebody didn't go up in arms. Here,
no.
Somebody tries to change their logo to be a more modern logo. And people start screaming, "You're woke! You're woke!"
Yeah, nah. So they changed the recipe. They reduced the salt in it so that it wasn't as salty. So, like, those of us who grew up with the original recipe, they changed the recipe, and we're all like, "What the hell is this?" Because it didn't taste the same for us. So I've gotten used to the new recipe, but yeah, it's not the same.
They went with a green top bottle of Vegemite, and you're like, "Where's my red top?"
No, it has a yellow top actually.
I know, but soy sauce blows up. And excuse me, but if McDonald's ever changes their logo, I will be up in arms. Okay.
Oh, they won't, because everybody knows it. Yeah, yeah.
Those are my golden arches. Don't be messing with my golden arches.
But
and my Dairy Queen better have the red-headed lady on it. Or Wendy's.
That's I have to agree with Midnight with the fermented soybean. Oh boy, it's an acquired taste for sure. That one.
It's powerful.
Yeah,
it's a powerful flavor.
But I did have it in a one of the guys I knew would put it in. He'd put it in like as a soup base. He'd add water to it and then add all the veggies and everything to it.
Right.
And that wasn't too bad. It actually gave it a bit of
I mean, I can't imagine eating it just
No, not
raw.
like-
But in rice and seaweed, it was fine. It was just a very strong flavor. I wasn't against it. It was just different, right? A lot of people have a hard time with different. I took DBA to a Chinese restaurant, a dim sum restaurant, and I'm ordering the crazy stuff like chicken feet and all that stuff. And he's just looking at me like, you don't expect me to eat this, though, do you? I said, it's meat, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a chicken foot. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It is a chicken foot. Just stick one in your mouth, start sucking on it, and spit out the bones.
Your girlfriend will thank you later.
Right. They're very, very good. So I'm ordering tripe, and I'm ordering all this good stuff. And he's like, no, I can't eat that.
You know what you are? You are Jeremy Clarkson. Did you ever watch Top Gear and all that?
No, but I watched Clarkson's Farm.
Yeah, I love Clarkson's Farm. But him, and I can't think of, there's 3 of them, and the guy that's the youngest, and he's the little guy, he doesn't eat anything. He doesn't eat anything. Like they did a special every year, at a different country and all that. And he would, just to tick him off, would order the craziest things, like crickets and spiders and all that. He'd be like, I don't eat spiders. I don't eat crickets. And, when he was ever in charge of the food, the little guy, all he would do was get cans of beans. I mean, it's like, could you get more British?
Yeah,
but that's all he would do. Richard Hammond.
Yeah.
Richard Hammond.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're Jeremy Clarkson to the rest of everybody. And, and DBA is Richard Hammond. Here, eat some chicken feet. Suck on this. I don't eat chicken.
It's just good, man. Food is good. I don't have a problem with cultural foods. I don't have a problem with other people's, what they've grown up with. It's just what they've grown up with. And maybe you don't like the flavor of it because you've never grown up with it before, but it's something that's really standard to them. Hey, I don't have a problem with that.
I get it.
I'll go down to, Cajun area and eat up alligator or eat up whatever they pulled out of the swamp. I don't have a problem with that.
But look, other countries think we're crazy for making PB&Js.
That's right.
And yet I eat 3 of them a week. They're amazing.
Yeah. Well, see, my dad is Scottish, so we learnt very early on that food was food. It didn't matter what it was food, sort of thing.
Fuel. Your dad was the daddy rat at Ratatouille.
It's just Scottish. They'd be eating haggis, man. What are you talking about?
Yep, haggis.
Oh, God.
Tripe. Yeah, we had tripe quite often. I did not like tripe very much.
Is haggis that meal that makes a pound of the goo?
Haggis is offal in a sheep's stomach.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
All mixed up.
Yep.
So, I mean, we couldn't get the sheep's stomach, so we'd just have it in a bread tin or something, sort of thing, like a meatloaf type thing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, because we couldn't access the sheep's stomach anywhere. So, but Mum and Dad introduced us to foods from all around the world. They'd learn how to cook it, and I mean, it was Aussified, of course, because back then they could not get half the spices that were required.
Well,
but they at least, introduced us to a big range of different foods.
Yeah, well, that's, shockingly, it was kind of amazing to me when I went to China, and you didn't see other cultures. You saw regional foods. Like China has a bunch of different regions. So each region has its own cuisine type, but you couldn't find a Mexican restaurant. You couldn't find an Italian restaurant. You couldn't find, a Persian restaurant. You couldn't. It just didn't exist. And it's like, I don't understand, man. There's a whole other world of food out there, right? Jeff, what's going on, man?
Yeah, but no, they don't. They don't have it there. Yeah.
You tried authentic Chinese pig ear last week and you didn't like it? Did you? How did they cook it?
It's gelatinous.
Because fried is like, you're just eating a crunchy grease thing.
chip, kind of.
I like pig's feet. New Year's is coming. I really only have pig's feet once a year. The New Year's thing. I'll sit down and eat a shit ton of pig's feet.
Really?
Love them.
You eat those,
I was served
pickled.
cold.
Do you eat pickled, eggs and stuff, too?
Used to. I recently got like a jar of pickled eggs from Menards. It was okay. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but it was what I expected. They were pickled eggs.
Oh, I used to love back in the day. They used to have barrels of pretzels. You could just grab handfuls of them. Oh, this thing only has 2. Alright, where's the, spinnery? Is that all the way in town?
No. It's up near all our productions. It's in that area, near the sheep pen.
This thing only holds 2.
Do what?
2 bales of cotton.
Oh.
So when you say Australian spices, what is that? Like a spoonful of Vegemite?
No. We've got spices from pretty much all around the world now. It just depends on where you live, whether you can get them. But if you're talking about authentic Australian herbs and spices, then that's the Aboriginal spices and that, like lemon myrtle and there's a few others. I can't remember what all their names are, but you can pretty much buy them anywhere now. But we use, spices from everywhere. We just incorporate it into whatever we're cooking, basically. We'll do like a spaghetti bolognese and then chuck herbs and spices into it that aren't normally in there, and all of a sudden we've created a new recipe. We experiment a lot. Yeah, we experiment a lot with spices and stuff from around the world. So.
It's the spice of life.
I think a lot of Aussies are very experimental when it comes to their food. Because we've got so many different cultures here, and so we've got so many different takeaways, and can sort of could have takeaway every night of the week and have a different culture.
Right. That's one of the things I like about the American culture is that we're such a melting pot. So many people from so many different countries that you can get, a large variety of different flavored food any day of the week. So.
Yeah, that's
that
right.
is lovely.
Right.
It is.
I mean, half of them I can't eat because some of the spices that are in there irritate my throat, and I can't have spicy stuff. But many of them I can, so it's great.
That's why I grew up hating Bobby Flay. I used to watch the cooking channel all the time. Be like, man, that looks good, and all of a sudden, cayenne, peppers, chilies. I'm like, now I hate you.
Well, Bobby Flay created his own Southwest Mex. That was his. Yeah. That was his invention.
Yep.
I thought that was Taco John.
Is he the owner of Taco John?
No.
Because they did tacos right. They're a much better selection than Taco Bell. I would prefer to have a Taco John other than a Taco Bell.
Well, they say Taco John is not Mexican food. It's Southern.
Southern Mex?
Like Southern Mex or something like that is what they called it.
You're making me hungry now.
Yeah,
Can you get a burrito in Australia?
My tacos have kind of a, California flair to it. They're not a traditional Mexican taco either, but they're good eating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the great thing is it's kind of, do what you want with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think if you look at the Mexican culture, it's they were like highly impressed upon by a lot of different cultures, but mainly by like a Middle Eastern culture. The ones that have that, what do they call that meat that hangs and they kind of shave it off, like the gyro
Kebab.
meat, the gyro
Kebab.
meat stuff. It's not a
Kebab.
kebab. It's not a kebab. Just stop saying kebab, you freaking donut. It's not a kebab. It's a. It's
I know the one you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
They using it in donors, everything else,
Yeah,
gyros.
Souvlaki's and yeah.
at any rate
We have
that
a slight problem in game.
that they have one style of taco is just highly influenced by the whatever culture came over to Mexico to do that. So I don't think that was a Spanish thing, but I don't know. Maybe it was. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
we'll
put up my
try that
taco.
out.
I put up my taco video a long time ago, and there was a bunch of Mexican guys coming out and said, "That's not a taco." Like, that's not your taco, but
Yeah.
that it is a taco. It's just not your taco.
Yeah, exactly.
You think Italy puts pineapple on their pizza? I don't think so. I mean, I think it should be illegal, but talk to my wife.
Nah, it's pretty good.
You
Okay,
know,
we have a
one of the things I have to say is that like, Italy it's amazing. You come to America and you have a pizza, and nowadays pizza will cost you like $30 for a pizza, but you go to Italy, and you can buy any pizza anywhere for like $8, and it's a huge personal sized pizza. And yeah, they don't have the million toppings on it like we put on our pizzas. They have like maybe 2 or 3 toppings, maybe 4 at most. But you can get them at any single restaurant sells it, any single street vendor sells it, and it's always very inexpensive. It's very inexpensive food.
Taco Bell used to be our inexpensive food.
I love Italy. Italy, man, I would live there. People are great. Food is fantastic and inexpensive.
I want to go there and have an authentic bowl of carbonara.
Yeah, and you'll never have it anywhere else ever again.
Yeah, it's like me with a croissant. I will never ever have an authentic croissant because I know the minute I have that, I'm never going to want another one again.
Right.
Because it won't be a croissant,
Right. I thought I had a good bolognese before until I went to Italy. And then, like,
Yeah.
no other meat red sauce has ever tasted the same.
Yeah.
No. How you ask them, like, how you make this? Then take it over.
Sorry,
Yeah,
say
but
it again?
It's still not the same.
Well, ask them what kind of ingredients they use.
Oh, well, they put, like, pork and beef and all kinds of stuff, and they cook it for, like, 20 hours,
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's like, it's not one of those that you're making your sauce in an hour. It is a long,
Yeah.
it's like making a mole. You're not going to make a mole in 2 hours. You're going to make a mole in 20 hours. That midnight tacos are great. My tacos are good, man.
Well, I mean, thank God they invented the pressure cooker. At least it helps.
And slow cookers. Yeah.
Well, slow
Switch
cookers.
them on and off you go.
Yeah. My mom used to do that with corned beef. I looked at her, I said, well, thanks, Mom. And she goes, what? I can't tell we're bloody Irish, can you? Once a week, there it is with the mustard seeds in the slow cooker.
Yep. And, having spuds on like every single meal. Yeah.
I don't mind that. I mean, I'll eat a potato.
right.
Just
Yeah.
about. The funny thing is, a lot of people's favorite type of potato, I don't like. I don't like hash browns.
Oh, okay. I don't mind them, like, as long as I'm the one cooking them in the oven, like, without any oil or anything like that, then they're okay. But anywhere else, I find that they're super greasy.
See, what I loved in high school was they had a day. We always had, in high school, they had 2 different lines you could go to. So one was serving something and the other line was serving something else. And twice a month, I don't know what it was. It's a Mexican, like, not tamale. I don't remember what they are, but they weren't burritos. Something. And 99% of the... What?
Quesadillas?
No, it wasn't a quesadilla. But they were very orange. They looked kind of like a burrito, but they were very orange. The problem was they're always really spicy. So I couldn't eat them. I mean, some people literally didn't get their food until, like, lunch was almost over.
Oh, wow.
But it was my favorite day because on the other side, they had a potato bar. And I mean, I was in and out in 2 minutes, and I could get cubes of ham and cheese and broccoli and bacon and just make a giant delicious spud.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah, well, see, over here, our schools don't provide our lunches. We have to take them ourselves.
You have no kitchen in your schools?
There is, but you buy. It's called canteen usually, and you have to buy the food from them.
Yeah,
and
well,
it's junk food. It's like pies, sausage rolls, things like that. It's not designed to be every day.
well, our school food isn't free. It's only free if you're, below the poverty line or you having your food subsidized and stuff. But I mean, my son's, oh my God, he's spending so much money on food, mainly because he orders like 3 freaking entrees. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like your $20 lunch every single day, man.
He's a growing boy.
Yeah, well, fine, I'll make you chicken, I'll make you pork. You take it with you. It's cheaper than you spending $20 on 3 hamburgers or something. I'll make you hamburgers. It'd still be cheaper.
Here's the crazy thing. My son's grade school, and this is now all grade schools in our city, you're not allowed to bring a lunch. You can't bring snacks or anything. You have to eat their food. Now they do have it. Like when the bell rings at 9 o'clock, they have a breakfast cart that comes, and it's for everybody, which is nice, and everything else. But the sole reason for it is stupid, and I'm sure Midnight can guess why. Why nobody's allowed to bring their own food?
Allergies.
I don't know.
Yep.
Because a company wants to have people buy their food. I don't know.
Peanut allergies.
Peanut allergy. Oh, get the frig out of here.
Some kid got the short end of the stick that could die to a nut. My kid can't even bring, a mac and cheese. And
yeah, we've got rules here that nobody's allowed to bring any sort of peanut stuff in.
see,
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm of the opinion that if you got a peanut allergy that bad, man, I'm sorry. Just do yourself in. You weren't meant to survive.
No, you weren't.
You weren't. You were not meant to survive in this world.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I mean, that's what happened back in the day, right?
That's right.
The kid came out of the cave.
You know why? Nobody was allergic to peanuts when we were growing up? Because all the ones that were died off. Right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about having kids with peanut allergies because it was just like they're all dead.
And those kids with the peanut allergies, those are the ones that you see with their parents have them on leashes.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to let a couple go.
That's right.
Next time,
This
parents
thin out the herd, Thin out the herd, and then we won't have to worry about, not bringing peanuts to school.
I mean, and it drives me nuts because I had a kid, one guy in my class was deathly allergic to milk in grade school. You know what he did? He didn't drink the milk.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, just bring your mama's milk in. If you have to have your mama's milk, fine, just bring it in, You don't have to have cow milk. Have your mama be your milk jug,
yeah, wear your little tutu and be wrapped in bubble wrap.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the same when I was at school. If a kid was allergic to something, they knew not to eat it.
Yeah. They stopping me from eating a PB&J.
But these days you know. So
That's
like,
just it. What
okay.
changed? You know, was there
What
some
changed?
chemical-
What changed? Lawyers changed. That's what
Oh.
happened. Yeah.
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 People became way
I mean-
too litigious, and it's like, oh, my son has a peanut allergy, and somebody brought a peanut in. Well, you know what? Maybe you should teach him to stay away from fucking peanuts.
Exactly.
Hey, eat a Milky Way, not a Snickers.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Exactly.
this one's not
exactly.
for you. If you're hangry,
Yeah.
don't eat that one.
Mhm.
But it's shocking, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I make fun of my
I'm-
wife all the time because some nuts don't make her feel very good at all. And I'll look at her like, look at this pistachio. Nom, 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 nom. You know, I'm like, look what I can do. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, but you're allowed to do that. You know, you're her husband, so you're allowed to. you
Yep.
know.
And she's allowed to say, I'm never having your nuts again either, because I'm allergic to those, bastard.
I'm just waiting for her to. I told her. I said, I'm just waiting for you to tell me that you're allergic.
Oh dear.
So,
Yeah,
That's
I
all
miss
right.
the old days.
well,
Things
I mean,
were a
that's the
little
problem.
bit simpler back then.
Everybody's so worried about everybody being perfect. I'm like, do you know we grew up on a swirly circle that its entire goal was either to burn the crap out of it because it was made out of metal, or your friend spun it so fast that you
Yeah.
went flying.
You're like,
100
sure. Right. Right. What happened to
Yep.
the playground toys that injured the shit out of you, right? When you come out from recess and you got a broken arm, you had a good time, right? Nowadays, you can't find those toys because somebody's worried about, suing the skull.
I know, what parents did this? Look,
Right.
our
Came
parents-
home with a half-cracked tooth. What'd you do today? Oh, I played on the swing. It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, Kat, let me tell you this. Our parents were so nonchalant about where we were growing up. One, we were allowed not to come back in until the street lights came on. If you were thirsty, drink
Yep.
from the hose. But
Yep.
here's the kicker. Every night at like 9 o'clock, the news would come on, and the first thing they would ask was, do you know where your children are? And they all go, oh shit, unlock the door. I mean, the news literally had to remind our parents that they had children. Do you remember that midnight?
Man, I
It's
totally
9 o'clock.
remember drinking from the hose, dude. I remember drinking
Yeah.
from the hose was like no big deal, and then it's like nowadays, drinking from the hose is against the law or something.
Oh my
I
god.
know, right?
My son had his friends come over, and he's drinking out of the hose, and I'm standing out there, and they're like, hose water? And she goes, do you have Fiji? I said, no, we have Nebraska.
That's right.
You know?
Or yeah, Nebraska water, and it comes in a
Yeah.
hose. So
I was
suck
like, you
it
know
up,
what?
buddy.
Yeah. I was like, I'll do you one favor, okay? When it first starts, give it a minute.
Exactly. Then that's fine.
That's right. Let all the plastic come out of the hose first, and then start drinking. Okay.
Well, all that, and then, I was being nice, not letting them eat the 120 degree or drink the 120 degree water that's been sitting in the hose. That'll burn
Yeah.
your mouth. But look at me. Do you have bottled water? I do. Not for you. You're 8.
I do. I have
You
it
get
bottled.
hose water.
I have it bottled in a plastic hose. You have it bottled in a plastic clear bottle. So same thing, same diff, dude.
It's on tap.
It's
Watch
on-
what I can.
That's right.
Frank.
That's right.
I pay for it every month.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe that's the problem is parents
Mm-hmm.
nowadays are, they're, are you okay, little Timmy?
Hold on,
Did
be
you
right
get
back.
a poop? I gotta put a Band-Aid on everything.
Mm.
You know what my parents
I'll
said?
break
Is
you,
it
bro.
broken? No. No. Go back out. Okay.
Mm. You see some of the reaction videos on YouTube about like our generation, and it's like a younger generation going, "How the hell did you guys do that?"
Yeah.
Because they
How
can't
did you
believe.
survive?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of like.
Well,
what we
little
did.
Timmy didn't always make it. We mourned him for about a week, and then little Bobby came over, and we're like, "Hey, take Timmy's spot."
Yeah.
I mean,
it's,
they don't even play dodgeball anymore. It's too violent. Dodgeball?
Oh no. Oh
Th-
no.
That was like the warm-up sport we played.
No. No. There's so many differences now between back then and now,
My
sort of thing. But it kind of, I said to my friend the other day, I said, "Damn it, we're sounding like our parents now."
Dude, my son played T-ball, which is great.
Yeah.
But in T-ball, the helmets came with masks.
Okay.
You're playing like a face cage.
Yeah.
I looked at the coach, I go, this is T-ball, right? They're not throwing it at him? I mean, I never had a face mask.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got hit,
Yeah.
they looked at you and go, should have ducked, idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, this is T-ball. It's literally on a pole. It's not moving.
Yeah.
What's the mask
Yeah.
for? He goes, oh, well, that's for safety. Safety for who?
Yeah. Yeah. They're sort of... Everything's wrapped in cotton wool these days. It's, well, I'm just over halfway on this cotton field, so...
I'm
getting
still
there.
cutting sticks.
Well, do you want to do the cotton? I can do the poplars.
Oh, no. There are many sticks, but these sticks are mine.
Okay.
Jeff Lee knows
Well.
what that means.
Well, I did offer.
Don't worry, it's not like I'm gonna finish. My God.
No, there's too many there, right?
So Jeff, I got a new whiskey. It's called Wyoming Whiskey at Benny's, 88 proof. Very, very nice.
Do you drink bourbon as well, or only whiskey?
No, I drink. I don't. The only thing I don't drink is gin. Though I did try
Okay.
some gin today. They were doing a sample of gin at Benny's, and I was like, I don't know. I just don't like juniper. She goes, it's not juniper, and I'm like, gin is juniper. I don't know what you're talking about, man. She goes, oh, no, it's like citrusy and stuff, and I'm like, this is not
Those
gin
are
though.
the add-ons. Those are the add-ons.
Yeah, I think those are the add-ons.
But yeah, juniper is like where it comes from. I mean, that's like saying, there's no barley in beer. Oh God, I don't know how anybody can drink like an IPA or the triple IPAs and double. I'm like, oh my God, bitter beer face.
What I don't understand is people can drink sour beer. It's like drinking a pickle.
That's what IPA is.
I've never been a fan of beer.
Neither do I. Too filling.
No, I just didn't like the taste of it.
I like summer
I
beers, like the Hefeweizens or the very light beers. I like summer beers, but
Yeah. There was, they have a Taste in Nebraska where they have all these microbreweries come once a year. And there was this guy, and he sold out so quick. So I never made it back I went back to get a second pint, and he was already sold out. It's a wheat beer that's infused with watermelon. And literally on the way to the tap, you could watch it go through the tubes, and then he had this giant, like, glass, I don't want to call it, like, vase, full of watermelon, and it went through there and then came out of the tap. And it was the most refreshing beer I had ever had in my entire life. And I've never seen a watermelon beer ever again. But that was delicious.
you live in Kentucky, so good bourbon's available and whiskey too? For sure.
Yeah, you live in the motherland, or
Yep.
the Mecca.
Basil Hayden.
I still find it ironic that Jack Daniels is made in a dry county. It's like, how do you make it? You make the mother all whiskeys or bourbons in a place where you technically can't even drink it? Do you have to take it? You know, what do you do when you're the, you know, the head sampler guy? Do you have to drive it out of the county to try it?
Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna have to head off.
Hey, did you finish your cotton field? Ain't
Not
no
yet,
heading
that's
off
all.
until you finish your damn cotton field.
Ooh.
Quarter to do it. I can do that later on tomorrow.
I was gonna finish the sunflower seed, but it's gonna take another half an hour to finish this damn sunflower seed
I
field.
know. Right? You forget how big the fields actually are.
You don't even have the biggest fields either.
No, I know. I didn't want to get the biggest fields. I was like, these are big enough. Especially when you're on here by yourself and doing everything. These fields are big enough. But, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm very happy that they really did upgrade the AI in 25.
Mm.
I mean, every once in a while I still find the AI in a ditch, but not nearly as much as I used to.
We just need to have more farmers. Hint, hint. Alex sitting there watching instead of playing. Shame on you.
Yeah, I thought him and the other guy were supposed to.
I know, man.
They're in the
hello.
chat.
I don't know what's wrong with them.
Didn't you go, hey, wouldn't you guys be interested in a farm? And they said, yeah.
They claim they're farmers. They claim they're Astroneer players, but I don't know, man.
And your
Alrighty,
girlfriend
guys.
lives in Canada, right?
All right, Cat.
Bye, Kat.
Okay. I'll
Ta-
catch you guys later.
All right, take it easy. Don't step on a funnel spider.
No, I won't. I'm too far south, man. It's too
Ta-
cold here for them.
Stay away from the rats and the toilet snakes and everything else.
Yeah.
Alright.
Probably have
I'll
your own
keep-
toilet stick, don't you?
All right. See you next time.
Alright, catch you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, this farm does need another 1 to 2 people.
Yep. Well, it wouldn't be so bad harvesting these fields if we had like 3 people or something. Jeff, you hear about the whiskey I told you about? Or were you gone? You're away? It's called Wyoming whiskey. I got it at Benny's. It's 88 proof. Got some caramel notes to it. Well, it's very nice.
Benihanas?
We have a liquor store chain here called Benny's.
Hey. Very nice, very fancy. Jeez. Spitting out all these twigs.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of twigs.
I've done 120 bales so far. Absolutely ridiculous. Ooh, I don't know if you're a fan or if you watched season 1, but season 2 of Landman comes out next month.
You tried to make me watch Landman and I didn't get into it.
Oh, wow, come on. It's so good.
You're nearly dead from doing the shingle tear off this weekend on the garage. We did get the underlayer on so we can do the shingles this week or next week. Oh, you're doing it yourself?
I've done that.
I've never done any roofing.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to. Prefer just to pay somebody to do that. We have a great roofer guy. He was less than every other roofer we had. looking at him. But he is. You have any problem, he'll come right out.
I used to work for a company called Blue Sky, and I installed and maintained Dish Network. Ugh. Some houses, the pitches, terrifying.
Alex Kid's a fan of Landman.
There you go. See, it's great. You get through like the first episode or two, so where it all starts coming together and you're figuring out the story. It's good.
I'm rewatching Deadwood.
Oh, that's a good. My mom actually went to Deadwood for the premiere of the movie. She got to meet a couple of some of the actors.
Well, when my kids were about, must have been about 10 or something. We were all of skiing age, so maybe they were like 7 or something. We did go to Deadwood.
You go to Lead or whatever.
Didn't go to Lead, went to Deadwood.
Well, Lead's where the skiing is. It's right next door.
Okay. I know that Lead's right next door to Deadwood. But we didn't go to Lead. But Deadwood wasn't what I expected it to be. I didn't expect it to be such a gambling town. It is fully now. All it is a giant casino.
Yeah.
Had a great steak there, but
I love the Black Hills.
I
It's
was
my happy
a
place.
little disappointed that I didn't go to the graveyard there.
Val Kilmer bought. Is it Russell Crowe? Not Russell Crowe. What's his name? He did Tombstone with him. But he bought. Maybe it's Russell Crowe or whatever. Russell Crowe bought Val Kilmer an acre up there, and Val Kilmer bought Russell Crowe a plot at the cemetery when they finished the movie Deadwood.
Gotcha.
I was like, why Deadwood? I mean, kind of neat, but at the same time, why Deadwood?
You know, Deadwood's kind of interesting historically. They say for, the Hearst gold mine and the Hearst operation and stuff. But to be honest with you, Lead had the largest gold mines. And they're still producing to this day.
Do you see some of those old-timey pictures up there where they've got those bars that are they're like 6 feet long of gold. You're just like, my God. What they were pulling out of there. Just nuts.
The big gold rush nowadays is Australia.
Yeah. Well, and one of the biggest things is you can mine all year long.
Nope.
But did you go to Mount Rushmore and all that too?
Oh yeah.
That's really pretty.
No, that whole area is very pretty. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I've gone back a couple times. During COVID and stuff like that, we were doing the national parks. So we did a trip out, did the Badlands, went back up to Mount Rushmore. Didn't go into Crazy Horse National Monument, only because I heard it was a ripoff.
It is.
But then I went to, what the hell do they call that? Devil's Peak? I think it's Devil's Peak. The little crazy looking, Close Encounters of the Third Kind mountain thing.
Yeah. There's also Harney's Peak, the tallest peak between the Rockies and the middle of Europe.
Mm.
That's a fun hike. Hill City. I love Hill City. There's some really good restaurants in there. Alpine Inn for lunch is a German restaurant. They got some really good food, and then at dinner, all they ask you is large or small, and it's a filet mignon from like cows right there, a potato, and a wedge salad with a homemade ranch.
Nice.
Delicious. But yeah, you ever going up there, let me know. We've got a home up there if nobody's there.
Yeah, I liked when I drive down Highway 5 going by Harris Ranch and swing in by the restaurant and get yourself a freshly cut steak. Oh.
Needles Highway, you drive that? That's so beautiful up there. It's just all these windy road. It's so cool.
Out of the Mount Rushmore, right? Is that out of Mount Rushmore?
It's right by it.
Yeah, we took the back way out of Mount Rushmore and went through the windy roads there, where you had roads that went through the mountain that were like one lane and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very pretty drive. There was one part coming out of. We left Devil's Tower, spent the night, and then the next morning we were. Oh no, this is on the way to Devil's Tower. So we left Mount Rushmore, spent the night. Did we spend a night? No, we didn't spend a night. We left and we drove to Devil's Tower, which is kind of pretty somewhat of a short drive. Anyways, we came out of this mountain area and it was like, I couldn't believe how pretty it was. It was like, wow. I was very impressed.
My stepdad scared the living crap out of me one year. I don't know if you're a car guy at all, but my mom, back in the 90s, had a Dodge Stealth RT Turbo. It was Dodge's sports car at the time. And it was a fun car. And it had some really wide tires in the back. And my stepdad said, he was like, I can never get the tires on this thing to squeal. There's just too much grip, it seems like. So one year we decided to bring 2 cars up to the Black Hills for our family reunion. And he brought the Dodge Stealth. And we went on Needles Highway, and he just was driving it like a madman. He just couldn't get him to break loose. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. Scary but exhilarating drive of my life.
All right, I got this last row to do, and then I'm done.
You don't want to go back to Cotton?
We're about 3 hours in. I'm good.
What's your favorite state to visit?
What, you're always into these, like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite
I like to learn.
What's your favorite? I don't have favorites of anything, man. I'm not like, oh, I gotta go back there, I gotta do this. I just like pretty views. There's only one state that I haven't been to, and that's Idaho. I've just never made it to Idaho. I like Utah mainly for the change of scenery. It's like every 100 miles, the scenery changes. It's like different shades of, the desert, or you get into woodland area, or you get into plains area. Utah is very interesting. It's a very interesting state. I wouldn't call it a favorite. It's not like, I like the Rockies a lot. I like mountainous, kind of snowy, kind of that type of thing. Yeah, so there.
And you settled in Chicago.
Yeah, for a woman. It's the only thing men settle for, too.
So what brings you to Chi Town?
I came here for her tail, yep. Came here chasing tail.
Oh boy. Well, no, I mean, I love learning about new areas or something new to try. I never knew that about Utah. I've never been to Utah. But
Never been to Utah? Oh my
No.
God, to go.
But now you've made me curious.
Go. Here's my suggestion: fly into Denver, get a rental car, and go over the Rockies into Utah. Drive the $1 Million Highway. That's a drive you have to take. The $1 Million Highway is gorgeous. And then go into Utah and go into Moab, and you won't regret it. That's a really pretty country. All right, well, thank you guys for watching some farming. I appreciate you guys being here, and thank you, Kat. Thank you, Natural, for playing. And we'll be on the farm again. Hopefully Sunday. Hopefully Sunday is going to be our farm day. If not, I need to reevaluate paying for this server. But I know that Kat farms pretty often throughout the week. She's a big-time farmer. And so maybe it's valuable for her to play on the farm like this. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody. See ya.